Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We are here in Wurm Online because it is Tuesday. And we all know what Tuesday means. That means it is time for some Wurm Roulette, where we will go and explore an area that I've never been to in Wurm before. And welcome Sapphire, who has just started playing Wurm just a few days ago. And Velvet Sun, welcome. And Du Jensen, Chabney, hello, all the gang is here, and Friendly Kitten is here as well. Welcome, guys. Lovely to have you join us here today. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know what this is all about, every Tuesday I go and explore an area that I've never been to in Wurm because I have been playing this game for 6.5 years, and yet the world is just so gigantic and so vast that I have not had the opportunity to actually explore every bit of the world. And also in Wurm, you are able to actually sail over to the other servers. So not only have I not explored the server I live on, but I have not explored the other servers so much either. And in Wurm, what makes it so special is that you're able to actually sail over the server borders to go and visit other servers. And they all look different. So the way this works is that I have this handy dandy map, and this is now showing all of the PvE servers of Wurm. I've just sort of compiled together the different maps of the different servers in just one image here for the purpose of this little tool here. And all of the blue dots that you see, these blue circles, represent the places we have been visiting over the past months as we do these Wurm Roulette Tuesday streams. And any other blue areas are just areas that I've already explored on my own. And where we are located right now is here on the server of Xanadu, here on this pink dot. I have my own little island here, and this is where we shall depart from. And so the way this works is that I simply press this button and it will plonk down a marker on a random location. And so let's just get right to it. And 3, 2, 1, pick destination. And it is pointing to Celebration and this sort of lower southeast part of the map. So let's go to Celebration today then. And I'll just take a screenshot of that. And we're going to have to fire up Photoshop. Oh, I actually do have it open. I actually have everything good to go over here, which is great. I will just replace that map that we see there in the stream. So Celebration is over here. Celebration, good. And we shall just save this file, and we're going to have to update it to the stream in a moment as well. Let's see. Replace that. And now we can shut down Photoshop, and I'm just going to have to fetch it from OBS. Just 1 second. No, that's the wrong folder. Twitch. Wurm Online. And... okay, I think that is looking correct now. Let me just double check and make sure. Celebration. Yes, that is the right map that we see up there. Good, good, good. And hello, Draco. Nice to see you as well. And Prudo, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as well. And let me just look through here. Well, actually, what we'll do is, before I check the chat, let me just get my last little bits and pieces before we embark on our journey, and we'll set sail, and then I'll catch up with the chat after that. So let me just throw all my good tools. I was kind of like in the middle of preparing here, and I forgot that there was some things that I still needed to do before I do the stream, and then I was in a mad rush to get it all done. Let's just throw this stuff over here quickly. Is there anything else I need? I'm gonna need some, I do believe there should be some cotton in the ship for the purpose of healing, but maybe we'll just take a little bit of cotton with us just to be on the safe side. And there should be some signs, some wooden signs packed in the ship as well. We're going to plonk one of those down in the destination as we reach it. What else do we need? Food check, water check, booze check. Oh, hold on. Where's my other measuring jug actually? Oh, it's over here. What is it doing over there? You go over there, measuring jug, and we're just going to set that to 1 gram. Cotton check. Oh, the tent. We're going to need our tent. Just in case we get into a tricky situation and we feel like we're going to die, want to have that tent with us just so that we can resurrect at that if an emergency comes up. And I do believe we have everything we need, and we have our horsey. And my ship, I believe, is over by the horse market, so we're just going to have to run over there. Yes. Let me just peek through this and just make sure. Yeah, I do. We only see... Oh, hold on. There are 3 masts here. Mystic... Oh, I guess the caravel has probably 2 of them then. Okay. I do believe my ship, the one we're going to take, my Nar, is on the other side of the island, so... We'll just head over there then. And so Sap, knowing that you just started a worm the other day, so you got yourself a large cart finished, right? And you also figured out the cooking thing. So what have your adventures entailed in Wurm today? Or like since we last talked, have you worked on anything new in Wurm? And I think I should have everything now. Yes, and it's a beautiful sunny summer's day here in Wurm. And for those who don't know, Wurm actually has seasonal changes, and we are right in the middle of summer right now. I do believe this is the summer, yeah. I think you can see it from the grass. The spring grass is much more lush and green, so yeah, we're in the middle of the summer now. And we are actually going to... Oh, since we're... Yeah, that's right. We're gonna take off the horse stuff here, the saddle, the horseshoes, because we're gonna pack the horse into the creature cage for us to take our horse over to Celebration. So you can take your horse with you, or any other animal for that matter, but if you cross the server border, you're going to have to put the animal into a creature cage. Now, if we would be staying on the same server here on Xanadu, I could just simply lead my horse in the water. But in this case, since we're going to another server and crossing the server border, we will need to load our horse into the ship. Good. Raise anchor, and let's also make sure we do have some signs. We do. Good, good, good. And I should probably just grab one of those before I forget to take it along with me. And then let's unfurl the sails. Good. And then plot our course. Oh, hold on. Let me just make a plan here. So, Celebration, we're going to the southeast corner. So I think in all simplicity, so since we're leaving from the southwest of Xanadu, what we will do is cross over to another server quickly and then cross back into Celebration. So let's just go to release for now and head on out. And now is a perfect opportunity to catch up with what you guys are saying. And for anyone who is here for the very first time ever seeing like my Wurm Roulette streams, in Wurm you are able to own land, and this entire island that you see here is something that I own, and in Wurm you're able to own as small or as little or as large bit of land as you like, as long as it doesn't start to overlap with other people's land. And each building you build is your own design. Things are built one wall at a time. So any buildings we're going to be seeing during this trip, they have all been designed by the players, and everything you will see that's man-made is made by players. Roads, guard towers, bridges, houses, cities, it's all made by players. Okay, so now, finally, this is an excellent opportunity to catch up with what you guys are saying here. And Sapphire already? It seems like last Wurm Roulette was yesterday. Well, Sapphire, I am taking that as an indication that time has just been flying by as you've been playing Wurm. I'm going to interpret it that way. And a big hug back to you as well, Draco. And Prudo says, "Hi, Kat. Keep streaming for 2 hours or so because you're at work right now." Oh, and he already left. He just popped in quickly. Well, we shall. I'm pretty sure we're still going to be here after 2 hours. So you live on 2 servers now, Du Jensen. Oh, and that's close to your place, is it, Du Jensen? Well, maybe we should come and pop by for a visit. Sap, no, not Independence this time, I'm afraid. So, Du Jensen, would you be okay if we came and swung by your place? And Sap, damn, your house be banging, never seen it before. Well, if you're talking about that house there, that was the horse market, where I sell my horses. Draco, is that the Arch of the Covenant? And Sap, so what you're working on right now is you're making a door for your house. Nice. Yes, Sap, the horse went right into the creature cage. Draco, row your boat. Well, thankfully with this one I don't have to row since the sails are going to take us forward. So Sap, your plan is to make a T-shaped building with 2 gardens out and an outdoor areas on each side of the T. That sounds lovely. Draco dances with cats. And Du Jensen, that's fine for you? Okay, excellent. And of course, up to you whether you want to be there or not. Just let me know what the coordinates and the name of the deed are. So speaking of which, we should probably just mark our location, our destination location today. So let's just see where we are. So Celebration, and by the way, guys, Celebration is the server that I first started on. So let's see. If we look at that map, let's just mark it here. Hold on. So Celebration. And just zoom in a bit. And there's this little dot right here. I think it's about here. Yes. Oh, no, not quite. It's just east of... No, that's completely right. Okay, good. So that's the coordinates for this are P22, something like that. And so whereabouts are you, Du Jensen? So you're at S23. S23. Oh, you're very close. Okay. Hunter's Hill. S23, Hunter's Hill. Hunter's Hill, Du Jensen. Okay. Excellent. We'll come and swing by then. And right now you're at one of Odin's former deeds on Delhi. And we should actually probably just turn the ship a little bit more to the east, since that is the direction we're going to be going anyhow. Let me just see about the speed. Actually, this is like double the speed if we go at a real good angle. So Sapphire, just for your information, and you've probably seen this in my Wurm Roulette streams before, but Wurm has seasons, it has times of day, it has different weather, but it also has different directions of the wind, and that all has an effect on the sailing thing. So it doesn't have any effect on a rowing boat, because a rowing boat does not have a sail, but it does have an effect on whether you have a ship that has a sail or not. So if you're planning to make yourself a boat, just be aware that if you want to start off with just a rowing boat, which I think a lot of people sort of dream of skipping the rowing boat altogether and they try and go for one of the sailing vessels. But actually, a rowing boat is always going to be handy to have in your fleet, because when the winds are going really strong, and if they're pushing right against the direction you want to go in, then that is the optimal time to use a rowing boat instead. So a rowing boat always has its uses, even as a veteran player. So I wasn't really aware of that when I first started Wurm, and I was super ambitious, and I decided that I am going to make myself a small sailing boat, and completely skip the rowing boat when I first started, and only later to realize that, darn, I'm gonna have to make myself a rowing boat anyhow, because for those days when it's like super windy. And it does snow, Draco. It does. Yes, during the winter it does snow. And it's so pretty on some of those wintry days when everything is just covered with snow, and the snowflakes come down, and they actually have the little, they, like, if you see, if one of those snowflakes comes right into the camera view, they actually have the little snowflake like or ornamental like shape as well. So Draco, how long is a season? For in sort of real life terms, maybe roughly about 1 week, real lifetime, perhaps something like that. And the parser says, in winter, rain becomes snow, mostly graphical, but you can gather snowballs during the winter. Summer is the longest, winter is the shortest. Says parser, a year is just over 5 weeks. Okay, so I remembered something along that line. So just over a month then is like a full, like a year then. And parser, what do you think of the fact that the winter is so short in Wurm? How do you feel about it? Do you think that it would be cool, or just like any of you who play Wurm, does anyone agree that it would be kind of nice if the winter was a little bit longer? I always feel like the fall is just like super long and just sort of goes on and on and on, and then the winter goes by so fast. And Velvet Sun says, you think that the game is 1 hour real life, like an equivalent of 1 day game time, right? So if we do 3-hour stream, that would have been 3 days passing by in Wurm. And Draco asks, how old is my tune? So this is the same character I started on 6.5 years ago, so it's an old character. So yeah, oh yeah, like if we think about Wurm years, oh my gosh. Well, if I do the playtime, let me just see what that says. So, you entered through the portal to Wurm on day of awakening, week 1 of the Bear's Starfall, 1036. That's 2,319 days, 14 hours and 14 minutes ago. You have played 471 days, 11 hours and 37 minutes. Yep. So I'm guessing when it says you have played 471 days, that's like real life days, isn't it? That would totally be believable, because a lot of times I will have Wurm open, you know, in the background, even though I'm like cooking in the kitchen, or if I'm watching a movie or something, I might have Wurm open in another window while I do some grinding. So that's totally believable, 471 days. And so if it's 471 days, let me just see how many years that makes in Wurm years. Hold on. Well, I mean, that would be... No, hold on. 1 day in real life... Hold on, let me just calculate this quickly. So 24 hours... if 1 hour is 1 day, and 24 hours is 24 days... Oh man, I'm so bad at math, guys. So... Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to calculate this now. But maybe a math whiz out there could calculate how much it would be if 471 real life days, and each of those days is equivalent to 24 Wurm days. Hold on, maybe how many days was it in a year? 300 and something? Let me just how many days in a year? $365. So is it 365 divided by 24? Oh man, my brain is not working. Hello, Mr. Laggy. My math brain is just horrible, guys. I actually you know what my math score was at school? It was 5 out of 10. That's how horrible I am at math. And hello there, Roly Poly. Welcome to the stream. So the parser says 1 hour equals 8 hours, meaning a Wurm day is 3 real life days. 1 real day is 8 days in Wurm, so just over a week. And hello there, Silly Moonkin. Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to think, Silly Moonkin. Have I ever seen you here before? I think I would have remembered that name because I would have immediately thought of World of Warcraft. Moonkin is from WoW, isn't it? Let me just check that quickly as well. Yes, that is that creature from WoW. That is it. That is it indeed. So around 44 Wurm years, says Du Jensen. Okay, thank you, Du Jensen. So that means that Malena, my character, is almost my age. That's kind of cool, actually. Oh, Moomy, says Sapphire. Yes, the Moomy trolls. And Mr. Laggy says, sounds right down the middle, actually. Yeah, so anyhow, Silly Moonkin, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before, but if you're new to my stream, what we're basically doing here is every Tuesday, I go on a huge adventure to go and explore an area I've never been to in Wurm Online. And Wurm Online is a sandbox MMO that I have been playing for 6.5 years. And I really love this MMO, and it just is so inspiring every Tuesday as we go and explore. So here's a map of all the places we've explored over the past months. We've done this every single Tuesday. We haven't skipped a single Tuesday in all these months, guys. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing to think that I haven't been like sick or anything during that time that would have stopped me from playing either. That's quite crazy to think. But yeah, we are departing right now from my island here on Xanadu, and that is just over there. That island over there is this pink dot here. And we're going to head over to Release. We're going to cross over the server border. We're going to sail eastwards, and then we're going to pop up back to Independence after that. So we're sailing here on our ship, and in Wurm Online you can build your own ship. There are many different types of ships to build, and they have to be built piece by piece, bit by bit, and it takes like this thing took a couple of months to actually build, so it's a long process. What the heck is that thing over there? Is that one of those boys? I think it is, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I still need... Oh, what's that little thing over there? Is that a horse? Let me just use my my spyglass quickly. Spy. That is a horse. Old horse. No, that's like a... Hold on. That's like a mission thing over there, actually. Oh. Why did it dump me in the water? Why did my boat dump me in the water? That was not very nice. Sapphire, you're pretty sure Draco has been stoned every stream. Yeah, Draco has like has some like some things, some like well, I guess Draco, since you said that publicly on like people's streams, I guess it's like not a secret. But oh, hold on, what the heck? What the heck, guys? Uh-oh, this is a problem now. I'm not able to get onto my ship. Oh no. Don't tell me this thing is happening again. Ugh. Okay, I think... Let me just examine this. No, I can't even examine it. Your position on the server is now updated. Why did I shouldn't have, like, turned to go and check that mission item over there. Let me just restart the client. This happened one time before. Quite annoying. I was just going to say that Draco has some pains, I think, due to which Draco does... that I guess the weed helps with that, Draco. Am I correct? I think you explained something like that one time. So there's like a reason. And that was the reason. Okay, I'm glad I remembered correctly then. Oh my gosh, guys, my ship. Now I have to swim back. Good thing that I do have enough like stamina to get back to my ship. Oh no. Hello, Zexons. Welcome to the stream. Oh boy, Worm Day. Yay. That is the cutest. That is the cutest little phrase I have seen in a long time. Oh, that's adorable. Oh boy. I love it. Okay, please tell me I can get on my boat. I can. Okay, now let's go and check out this mission thing over here. Shiny shards. I did see some kind of like message about the missions, that they did some kind of overhaul to that. I didn't really pay attention though, because I haven't done the missions too much. Let me just pick this thing up. So, Friendly Kitten, of course, you just started Wurm as well. So what are you up to in Wurm right now? And that horse over there. Okay, what is that thing over there? Hold on. Spy? That's another horse. Venerable. Oh, hold on. That one actually has a bridle. Hold on. So this is somebody's horse. So here's something for you to know, Friendly Kitten and Sapphire. If you try and cross, so you can lead horses behind your boat, and they will follow you. They will. Oh, it doesn't have a bridle after all. It looked like it had a bridle from afar. Weird. So you can lead a horse behind you on your boat, but you cannot cross the server border with it. Let's just check what the stats are of this horse. So if you want to take a horse over the server border, you have to pack it into a... This is what happens if you try and lead a horse over the server border. It will get stuck on the... Well, not stuck, but it will be left on the edge of the server. Let me just see if this is a 5-speed or not. No, it has very strong leg muscles, so it's a 1-speeder. There's another horse over there, so... Poor stranded horses. Oh no. But we're not going to take that horse with us because the creature cage can only hold one animal at a time. So maybe somebody else can come and fetch that horse. And now we shall just head east. So we're now on release. And we'll now plot our course for celebration. Good. Release to Xanadu. Oh, that's like the little path to, if somebody wants to swim over, they can board the ship and like cross the server border by swimming over. Okay. Okay, off we go. We'll just sail. I think what we'll do is we'll just sail along the shorelines here of Northern Release, and while we head eastwards, and you guys can have a nice view of Northern Release here. I'm just going to scroll back the chat here and see what I was missing. And Mr. Laggy asks Draco, Baldur's Gate 1 is on sale for $10. Should I get it? And I know you're looking forward to the new Baldur's Gate, Mr. Laggy. And so, Mr. Laggy, you're going to be streaming in just over an hour. And actually, speaking of that, Mr. Laggy is one of my favorite streamers. Actually, I think out of all of the streamers I watch, I think Mr. Laggy is the one I watch the most. So let me just do a shout out here for Mr. Laggy. There we go. And... so you think you're going to grab Baldur's Gate 1, Mr. Laggy, and learn the story before the third one. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, the boats are kind of glitchy with those server borders. To be honest, I'm pretty patient with that because I find it just so amazing that that you can even cross the server border. So I'm sort of like willing to endure that because I can imagine, like, technically it probably is a little bit of a challenging thing to implement, I would imagine. So just the fact that we can even do that in this game just amazes me to no end. So I'm just going to use my spyglass so we can get a nice closer view. That looks like a beautiful place over here. That looks like a very, very nice place. I love the design of that. My goodness. So, Draco, you were explaining that you have a disease that attacks your joints, your immune system. Man, that must be so painful indeed. and also anxiety and depression. And you're an open book, Draco. Well, I'm glad I wasn't explaining anything that you wouldn't have, that you would have felt uncomfortable me explaining. So, Velvet Sun, you're saying that they fixed them so that when sacrificing one, it goes to the right mission. Oh. And Zach says, do I get kicked off the boat all the time? No. That happens, like that thing that just happened to us now, that happens once in a blue moon. Like out of all of the Wurm Roulettes that we've ever done, that was the second time it's happened. And we've done these Wurm Roulettes a hell of a lot of times already, so it's not very often that that happens. Mr. Laggy. No one lets cats stay on their boat for too long. She gets rowdy. And so what you're up to right now in Wurm, Friendly Kitten, is you're chiseling away on rocks to build a rendered stable later. Nice. And Draco asks, what happens when you die in Wurm? So basically, your body just sort of lays there as a sort of like a mummy-looking thing. And it will be there for several days. So what you have to do to get your stuff back, any items that were not blessed, which were not, I don't know if that's the right term to use, but when I say blessed, I basically mean like items that will stick to your body even if you die. So most items, of course, are not that way in Wurm. The newbie items are. So if you die and you have some of the newbie items on you still, they're still going to be in your inventory even after you like resurrect. But so basically what happens, you die and you will get a little pop-up that is asking where you want to resurrect, and it will offer your own deed or else one of the player starter deeds. Oh, look at that castle. Ooh, that is cool. Look at that, guys. Very nice use of the painted wooden walls inside of the slate brick walls over here. I really, let's just actually stop over here. I want to go and see this place. That looks very impressive. My goodness. So yeah, you get this drop down offering to resurrect you, like what city you want to resurrect at, or else your own deed. And I guess if you have a tent, I'm not quite sure what happens if you have a tent. Do you just automatically resurrect at the tent? I'm not quite sure. But then when you resurrect at the town or whatever place you resurrect at, you won't have anything except those so-called like blessed items in your inventory. So you're going to have to find your body to get your stuff. And like I was saying, your body will actually be there for several days, so there's no rush. Like in many other games, such as in Ultima Online and Legends of Arya, it'll only be there for a little short while, so you have to kind of make a mad rush to go and get your body. But not in Wurm. You have ample time to go and get your body, and then you just go and get your stuff, and then everything's back to normal after that. But Wurm also has an ability, if you have karma saved up, you can also summon your corpse as well. So let me let's just disembark and see. So what is this place called? The Village of Standard Deed. Nothing suspicious here. Is the door locked? No, the door is locked. Always when we find these really cool places, the door is locked and we're not able to go and investigate. Oh well. But yeah, very nice place. Whoever owns this, nice job. Nice job. Very, very impressive. Very impressive place. I bet that looks amazing at nighttime as well. Yeah, let's just continue east, and actually we can start crossing the server border over to Celebration, I think. And the parser says, Mr. Laggy, it's all of KatsPurr's drinking that gets her rowdy. Oh, like when I'm drinking the booze in Wurm Online. Yeah, that must be it. Uh, oh, it's you, Blueberries. Okay. So you have so Blueberries. Did you decide to change your name, or is this like a new account that you started? Oh, you changed your name for a WoW stream back in February, but changing your name back in 2 weeks. I see. I see. Well, hello, Blueberries. Nice to see you back again. Mr. Laggy, that reminds you of a stream where cats would drink and it made you giggle. Oh, well, I don't drink in real life, of course, so that must have been like that I was drinking in Wurm, right? Um, and yeah, the only reason I don't drink any alcohol in real life is just because my body can't handle it anymore. That's what happens when you get old, guys. So if you guys are still young and you enjoy your alcohol, this is the time to enjoy that, because most likely when you get older you won't be able to manage it anymore. I've heard that from a lot of people, actually, that their bodies just can't handle alcohol when they're older. So and there is an aged huge shark over there. So we are here in Southern Celebration, and I have actually never seen the southern shoreline of Celebration ever. So I wonder if we should actually... This looks like a cool place over here. So they have a little lighthouse going on over there. Kind of feel like going to investigate it a bit. We could park our ship over here and head out on foot, couldn't we? We could do that. Let's do that, by the way. Is this deed... Let me just see. Is this deeded land? You see a part of the lands of Wurm? Nope. So we can just moor our ship right here and take the horse out. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. That's right, what Boom Shakala was saying, that you do lose a little bit of skill. You lose a random skills. It's not very much though. I never really worry about it myself. It's just such a tiny amount of skill that you lose if you die. And Silly Moonkin is saying that Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were amazing games. And 3 is going to be nothing like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 though. Oh. Just gonna load that creature cage back. And then we have to tame the horse as well. So let's just grab some grass from our ship hold. We should have some grass here. Yes, we do. Good. Say 10 bits of grass. And in our inventory, do we have... There's the cotton. We can just combine that quickly and grab that and put that into our hot bar. And then when I start taming this horse, I might start like trying to kill it if it attacks me, so we better take our silver staff out of our hand and then start doing the taming. So tame. Well, you're awesome as well, Draco. And it is true, we have lots of awesome people who watch these streams. A nice bunch of folks you all are. Okay, we got this horse tamed in one go. So I do think my taming skills are actually starting to go up a bit. So there is the saddle, there is the bridle, and then we're going to put the horse shoes as well, just so that our horse will go a little bit faster. There we go. Good. And is there anything we need to leave on the ship? Our weight is at... Oh, we better equip that. Oh, just in time. Hold on. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare, spider, attack my horse. So the thing when you like tame your horse, you have to get it untamed as soon as possible, because it will... Monsters will try and kill it, actually, if it's tamed. So let me just untame that horse right away. So it doesn't get... I think my untamed horse is what sort of lured that spider over, to be honest. Okay. And we want to also care for our horse as well. Good. And we'll just bury this guy. And I think we're good to go. Okay, so... And let me just, before we head off, I'm going to just catch up completely with the chat here, because I'm late as usual. Sapphire's going to take a dump. Be right back. Thank you for that information, Sap. That is good to know. So, Boom Shakala, finding the body is the hardest thing as a new player. No map in game, so you can't see. Oh, yeah, it can be kind of devastating, actually. It can actually be devastating as a new player, absolutely. And Silly Moonkin says, Baldur's Gate 3 is a reskin of Divinity Original Sin 2 with just the same combat system rules as original Baldur's Gate, but the story will be noticeably different. Oh. Mr. Laggy asks, didn't Silly Moonkin like the Divinity games? Silly Moonkin did. Divinity was good, but just saying it's nothing like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Okay, that is good to know as well for me in case I do take any interest in Baldur's Gate. And the parser says, for you new Wurmians, your biggest advice is run from any fight that you didn't choose and don't wear armor unless you're entering a fight that you choose. And I guess the parser, if there is a... If they have... So, I'm not quite sure about your advice here. So, because the parser, of course, now that I mean, they have changed Wurm quite a bit since we have started. So, these days, you know, new players, they start out with a set of 50 quality leather armor. Or was it even studded leather? I can't remember. Let me just see if there's a guard tower around here. No. And also you start with a sword, which I think was 50 quality as well. I think like when I started as a new player, I would not have been able to kill anything. But these days, I think with the equipment that you start off with, I think new players can kill things like the small cats, the wild cats, rats, maybe the cave bugs, stuff like that. As long as they stay away from the bigger monsters. And also if there's a guard tower, you can always summon call out for the guards to come and help you. So I don't think it's quite as dangerous as it used to be for new players back in the day. And there's a shark just like circling around here. I better not drop into the water. And Silly Moonkin was saying, you think that it was just very disrespectful of them to use Baldur's Gate title and use the same design as another game. Nobody that grew up playing Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 agrees with that idea. But money is money. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Silly Moonkin, for sure. Just reskinning it as a Baldur's Gate game does sound like a little bit of a cheap way to go. So Boom Shuckle, it happened to you 3 times 2 days ago, getting kicked off a boat. Even had to relog client and game didn't agree on where the Nar was. Yeah. Oh, that's way too often. I hope they do fix that issue, Boom Shuckle. No drop items. Yes, that is the term I was probably searching for, Velvet Sun. I was probably remembering from Ultima Online. We used to call those items that don't drop if you die. We used to call them blessed items. But yeah, no drop. That is probably the better term for Wurm, indeed. You guys are talking about Baldur's Gate here, just like reading through the comments here quickly. And Draco asks, can your ship sink? It can actually sink if the quality starts to go so much down as it's starting to take decay. It will start to sink underneath the water until it decays at the bottom of the sea. Yes. But it can't be, I don't know how I don't know how it works on the PvP servers, whether or not you can actually like do damage to a ship until your foe's ship starts to sink out in the middle of the sea. I'm not sure if that's possible. Maybe somebody who's done like Wurm PvP can actually tell us, because that'd be interesting to know. And the parser, very good point there. Be careful on your first death or two to remember that it is a drop down when you die. So it is a drop down you can choose from. It doesn't look like one to you. So what the parser is saying basically is that when you die, make sure to like expand the drop down, because you might just assume that that's the only place you can spawn is the first one in the list. That's absolutely true, the parser, yes. And Friendly Kitten, oh, you noticed that arrow there sticking up from the ground at that black castle. Yeah, I saw that as well. Nothing suspicious at all, says Friendly Kitten. And the parser, you spent a day of play to fetch your wife, who resurrected on the opposite corner of Xanadu, the largest server, because she just clicked on whatever was first in the drop down. Oh my goodness. And you can't drink either, Mr. Laggy. Boom shuckle. KatsPurr pretending to be 70 plus. You get heartburn, Mr. Laggy. Oh, I see. Yeah, for me, I'm trying to remember. It's been such a long time since I properly drank. I think for me, the sort of buzz... yeah, I think I got a headache if I drank, and then the hangover, like, you know how usually a hangover will last like one day? For me, it would last several days of getting over, and it just wasn't worth it. And Duke Johnson, you just sailed by that place a few minutes ago. Cool. It's quite a coincidence. And hello there, Sweet Ka. Welcome to the stream. You got nuked over a quarter of your health with one smack. Leather armor doesn't weigh a whole lot, but it's not terrible advice given on how body strength is when you start. And roly-poly, never having the experience of struggling to deal with a pheasant is such a loss to new players. And Suika also says you ideally want to pick a few fights with weak things such as wildcats, cave bugs when you first start. Yeah. And the parser, so you were saying that the armor, it doesn't weigh, but it does lower your max speed even if you have 0 encumbrance. And Draco is asking, can you have a good fight with being unarmed? And Boom Shackle is saying cave bugs are horrible for new players. So many small nasty wounds. And Boom Shackle, a shark. Shark, kill the shark. Well, of course, Boom Shackle, you probably meant the shark that was back in the sea. But there is this shark over here. We could give it a try. Let's just give this a try and see what happens. Oh my gosh. Why does the shark make a little hissing sound? That doesn't seem very realistic, does it? And Mr. Laggy's kid is acting up a bit, so he will be back in a moment. And the parser, you don't know anyone who skills unarmed fighting, even though it's an actual skill. And Draco, you would do that. That would be interesting to see, like how if you can manage with the unarmed. So Suikai, you can't damage people's ships in PvP while sailing. Okay, thank you for that answer, Suikai. That's interesting to know. And Friendly Kitten, you have been interested in it as well. Being unarmed, I'm guessing you meant. And Boom Shakala always steals that skill all the time with Mind Steal, was it called, the enchantment? So you can have this enchantment for your weapon that steals skill from the mob that you're killing. And Suika says, you can skill unarmed sorta okay when you have good body strength, and for a folk priest to cast Bear Paws on you. What does Bear Paws do, Suika? And sharks are easy, Boom Shakala? Yeah, I'm doing okay, it seems. Velvet Sun, he's putting on the coffee for me. And Draco, you would like to make a monk-type character. I think that would be possible in Wurm. What do you guys think? Those of you who are like know more about the combat stuff, do you think Draco would be able to make a monk-type character? Oh yeah, I thought I pressed the upper center. I thought I did, but for some reason it didn't do anything. Okay, now it's upper center. And Friendly Kitten, you don't think a shark makes any sound except for the water when it moves. Yeah, I wonder, guys, like if you're struggling with a real life shark and you're fighting it, I wonder if it like makes any sounds from its mouth. I guess it wouldn't, would it? I mean, other than whales and dolphins, and so other than the mammals of the sea, I wonder if any other seafaring creatures make sounds. Like with vocal cords, you know? Okay, we got this guy killed. Do I have my butchering knife? I do. And the parser says, you can, Draco, but make a monk, but you haven't seen anyone ever play one successfully. At the very least, they use a staff. Let's just grab that stuff. And we'll bury the corpse as well. And Friendly Kitten, you're doing a two-handed sword since so few do it. Good for you, Friendly Kitten. You do your own thing. We're exactly the same, Friendly Kitten. I'm exactly like you, that I don't go for what is the optimal. I go for what I want to do with my sort of own style, even if it's not the most practical or optimal way to do things. I love the challenge of doing that. I'm totally the same in that regard. Oh, it's interesting. How do I not have any crates in my ship? I absolutely thought I had some crates here. Huh. Well, it is a good thing I took that, no, hold on. There is a crate. Oh, it's inside the... my cart, actually. Huh. Okay. Can I put this stuff in the crate? No. Oh, I can. Okay, good. And why is she going so slow? Because she's climbing. Okay. And I'm almost caught up with the chat, I think. And Suika likes the look of the two-handed sword, but the stats are just too bad to make you swap. So what Bear's Paws does, says Suika, is it makes you hit a hell of a lot harder with your punches and kicks. Oh, that's cool. And Friendly Kitten, we all play our own style, which is fun. Exactly, exactly. Roly-poly, like a D&D monk, not really a mead-swilling fan of prayer for sure. And Boom Shakala says, monk-priest combo, maybe as a Magranon. As Magranon priest, I guess. Suika, you've never played D&D, but if he can wear armor and you're making him use a metal staff, you're already using the best build you can. And you guys are just sort of like talking about the different options there for monk. That's some great information for Draco or anyone else wanting to try that approach. And Boom Shakla, you have yet to meet a whale. Must go hunting for them some time. Perfect prank to leave at someone's place on land. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually killed a whale in Wurm, to be quite honest. Should we go and explore this place a little bit? So what is this place called? This is... See a part of the lands of Wurm. Don't tell me this is an abandoned deed. Let's go over here. There's a nasty. There's a whole bunch of nasties around here. Oh, the sea serpents are super nasty. If the new players to Wurm, if you ever go sailing and you see a sea serpent, stay far away from it. There is, they will kill you pretty much instantly. They're super, super dangerous. And they're huge as well. Yeah. I don't think I could take one down either, Boom Shakala. I don't think so. And the parser, you're over 90 fighting skill with a two-hand weapon. So, yeah, we finally caught up with the chat. I'm sorry, guys. And for anyone, I see we have a whole bunch of new people in the chat there. So for anyone else who has just joined the chat in the last half hour or so, let me just do a very quick recap for you. We're here in Wurm Online, which is a Sandbox MMO, and every Tuesday I visit a random location in the game. And today we are exploring the southeast area of the Celebration server. We've just arrived to the server, and I'm just dealing with some of these monsters here as we try and like explore this one little place here. I don't know if this is an abandoned deed or not, but we shall explore once I get rid of this nasty old hellhound. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna want to butcher this guy, because he has some things that are kind of a pain in the butt to get in Wurm, so this charcoal is definitely worth getting. I think that's it's only that like burning pile, whatever it was called, that you can get the charcoal with, right? Okay, let's investigate this place now. Is this... Well, it does look a little bit abandoned because this is definitely taking some damage. This wall, it is 77 damage for this wall right now. Are the doors open? No, they're locked. What a sad thing that this is abandoned. It does sadly look that way, doesn't it? Because we see these, and also these fences they have some moss on them, which means that they're decaying. So what's the damage on these? 99 damage, so that's just about to drop. And you can see that there have been like some fences. They probably kept their animals here. So yeah, very sad to see these abandoned places in Wurm. Oh, hold on, there's a way we can get through over here. Let's go see. Oh, the house is just decayed. And actually the monsters have taken over the house. They're inside already. Some of the floors have already decayed. And I could drop down there if I... Oh, shit. Now I did drop down, actually. And there's actually a venerable troll in here as well. Let's just kill these guys and see if there's any loot that I could grab. So for those who don't know about Wurm, if you find an abandoned deed that somebody has just left there, any loot that's lying around that you can pick up, you are free to... Like, technically, you're free to take it. So there's that scorpion taken care of. Let's take care of this troll as well. He's doing quite a bit of damage to me though. We might have to retreat. Imagine if we got stuck in this house, guys. But I think I can... Oh, I don't know if that door is locked, actually. We might actually be stuck in here right now. I wonder if we're stuck in this house. We better get this troll killed. Because we kind of dropped down by mistake into the house. Like, if the doors are locked, we're probably going to be stuck here. We might have to call a GM. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good, guys. And I can't drop a tent here either, since this is like... since this is... we're like indoors right now. So that was not the smartest thing to drop down in here. I honestly didn't think I would be able to since I was on a horse. Like, without a horse, that would have been completely logical. But on horseback, dropping down? That's never happened. Like, usually, if you go to the edge of something in Wurm and you're... Oh, thank God we got this thing killed. Now, let's quickly heal ourselves up and before some other monster drops down in here. Oh, thank God. So, I wonder if we can get out of here. Boom shakala. I do sometimes use the focus, yes. It kind of depends on the situation. And you guys have been giving me such mixed like advice on whether or not to use it, so sometimes I'm kind of like confused on whether I should be using the focus or not. You guys have had a lot of sort of debates about the speed issue that when you use focus, of course, it slows you down because you have to wait for the progress bar of the focus to load. So, I don't know. And I don't actually have auto fight on, no. I just have it hidden here behind the little window. So I do choose like the upper center for like hitting the head. Charcoal pit, that was the thing, Friendly Kitten. Yes, that was the pile I was thinking of. So, is this... what is the situation? They have a whole bunch of boats over here for some reason. Maybe they were working on their shipbuilding skill. And there's a couple of nice little chairs over there. Are we able to get out of this place? Like, is the door... oh. Oh, hold on. Shit. I think we're... guys, I think we're stuck in here. So we dropped down on our horse again. We're stuck in this house, guys, now. I'm trying to think now. Is there any... I mean, there's no ladders. I'm trying to think if there's any trick for getting out of here now. Does anyone have any advice on how I could get out of here without having to call a GM? We are, in fact, stuck here now. I just remember somehow very, very vaguely from one of my older streams where I was almost going to get stuck and then I used a trick to get up on the upper... oh, now I think I remember what it was. I think it might have been that I was in an abandoned house one time during stream, and there was maybe a chair or a cart or something like that on the second level, and then when I embarked it, it popped me up onto the higher floor. But I'm not seeing anything like that. I wish that chair, I mean, one trick I might have tried, if I could pick up those chairs, I wonder if I can actually place them. Let me just see. Let me just try a very crazy thing here. This is probably completely useless to try, but let me see. This chair, I can move it, but I cannot place it. I was thinking if I would be able to place this. What if I sit on it and I then target stand up? That was at least worth a try. Sit. Let me see if I can target anything over here closer by. Thank you for the follow, Elukanen. Welcome to the stream. So I am able to target like the other floors, but I have to be able to target like the surface of the... I can target the grass and choose stand up, but it just makes me stand up on this spot. It won't like actually teleport me over. Let me think if there's any other ideas we could figure out here. I wonder if I'm guessing that the last... yeah, that's only in the water, the last stand, and that wouldn't work here anyway, because we can't climb. Let me just try one little thing. I guess I could bash something down, couldn't I? I could try bashing something down, actually. And I'm trying to look at what would be worth bashing. Okay, this is a bridge. I should definitely not be bashing that. How about this stone wall here? Let me just... oh, no, there's the edge of the bridge, so that's in the way. Let me just see if there's anything... I mean, all I basically have to do really is bash down one of these walls, and then I guess I could then climb up, right? Unfortunately, I do not have a large maul with me. Oh, this, hold on, this... oh, but that's a wall right there. I was looking at this fence is actually pretty decayed. How did I get up on that second wall in that other situation. I really do think it was a case of there being a chair or a cart of some kind. Okay, I'm gonna catch up with the chat and see if anyone has any ideas here. And Boom Shuckler says, looks like an anti-deed shack. Sapphire says, very intense combat. Friendly Kitten, sweating intensifies. Yes, thank goodness I got those that troll killed. And the parser says, I guess sea serpents could sink you, technically. Azula says, focus will let you hit more often. And welcome to the stream, by the way, Azulis. And the parser, you swear by focus. And Boom Shuckle also uses focus. Yeah, that's probably what I'll have to do, Boom Shuckle, is check the wall, which wall has the most damage at this point. The problem is that I don't have any tools that are meant for bashing down. I do have a shovel and a butchering knife and of course my staff. And the parser agrees with Azula's light. Don't bother with focusing for smaller fights. Azula says, climb the wall while leading the horse. Well, you can't climb walls, though. And actually, Friendly Kitten, you have a good idea there. The only problem, if I try and, like, I was thinking to myself that maybe I could, when you were saying disembark, the problem is, even if it worked for me to disembark onto the surface here, like I guess you were talking about riding your horse. Okay, we got some lag going on here. Even if I were able to disembark onto the surface there, let me just see if it even gives that option. It does. It does give that option of disembarking onto the grass here, but then my horse would be stuck inside this building, right? And Parser says you can't bash the walls on freedom. Oh yeah, I guess it's because was it so that one wall has to be down for you to be able to bash the rest of the walls, or is it that you can't bash them at all? Azulis, yeah, I cannot pick up the trees. That's not the trees, but the hold on. I can't pick up the chairs. They are planted. So what I was going to see is if I could use place to then move the chair upwards, but no, it can't be. Cannot be picked up. Yes, Alukanen, I am trapped. I am indeed. And Velvet Sun says you cannot bash a building wall. Friendly Kitten, someone go rescue her. Let me just see. We got private message here, and there's a GM. So maybe somebody here on chat sent a message to one of the GMs. So a GM has contacted me. So thank you to whoever that was. We are stuck inside indeed. And Friendly Kitten, are any of the boats finished? I don't believe unfinished, unfinished, unfinished. They're all unfinished, but that would have been... Oh, we got saved. Yay! And there's some monsters right here. Let's get out of this place quickly. And let me just thank this GM. Okay, let's get out of here. This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies now. So, yeah, that is one of the benefits, guys, of such a small game and such a small community is, like, you're going to be able to get help like this on a whole different level than you would from, like, some gigantic game like World of Warcraft where you literally have to wait for days or even weeks to get a response from them. So we need to head east. Okay, let's head this way now. And Ilukanen is asking, did somebody put this trap on purpose? No. No. That was a house that had been decaying. So some of the upper walls had decayed away and I dropped down by mistake. So no, that was not the case. Although technically I guess you could build something that would be something like a trap. I don't know about the rules of Wurm, like for doing something like that. I actually knew somebody who was very, very intensely playing a lot of Wurm back in the day, and they purposely made their deed like full of all kinds of traps. I don't know whether that's against the rules here on the PvE servers to do that, to intentionally try and make traps like that. I would imagine that's kind of like a no-no. But they got a huge kick out of doing that. I don't think they ever managed to trap anyone, though, in their deed. And they're not playing anymore, by the way. So an abandoned deed over here as well. Is there anything of interest over here? No. Okay. Did I check this one already? I think I did, didn't I? Okay. And eastward is where we need to go. Yeah, Velvet Sun, I would have made a ticket, but thankfully we got helped before that, before I got around to doing that. So Ilukanen, I have not seen you here on my stream before, and I know that because I think I would have remembered your name because it seems to be very Finnish. So are you from Finland? Because I am here in Finland. Look at all these cedar trees, my goodness. Huge, thick cedar tree forest. Let's just run through this thing. Oh, Du Jensen, yeah, you could have summoned me with your priest, but I would have lost the horse in that case, yeah. Oh, Parser, that would be so cool that you could haul up another player with a rope. I love it. That would be so I mean, can you imagine that, guys? If somebody would have come to save me and they would have come with a rope and they could have hauled me up. Of course, my horse would have been left stuck there, but just the concept of that though is like super, super cool. Maybe it could be that if you haul that one person can haul up another person, but maybe it could be that two people together could haul up something heavy like a horse. Wouldn't that be cool? So let's just go and Oh, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go and investigate this place. This looks like a fancy place. So Suika, you were wondering what the heck is happening? You just got back, so oh, took a little bit of damage. So basically, what happened, Suika, was we encountered an abandoned deed, and there was like a wall that had decayed on the top of the house, and then accidentally I dropped down into the house, and then we were trying to figure out how to get me out of there, but then a GM came and helped at the last minute. Seems to be a little bit of lag going on today. So what is this place that we're looking at now? This wouldn't be your place, Du Johnson, would it? Hold on. This is the village of Pilot Point. That was not Du Jensen's place, though, was it? Du Jensen's place was called Hunter's Hill. Okay. And I should probably drink up and eat up a little bit because my stamina and things like that are going down a bit. So, water, casserole. And Nazula's, yeah, a ladder would have been the perfect thing. And boom, you just have to leave now just as it got exciting. Okay, you already left probably, but thanks for hanging out with us today, and talk to you later in case you are still there. Oh, I have been here, guys. I have been here. When I was taking those screenshots, this is one of the places I did take some screenshots of this actually because it looked so cool. I think the entrance to this tunnel is so cool because of the eagle statue and the blue lighting. Let's go, but I never went actually inside back then. Let's go and have a look inside. But I never, even though I did take a screenshot of it back then, I wasn't able to make a marketing screenshot that I thought was nice enough. I guess this must be a ship tunnel to go somewhere. Oh, hold on. It goes through over to... Just look at the map and try and figure out where I might be. This could be a tunnel. This lake could very well be that we see up ahead. Could very well be either this thing or this. I'm not quite sure which one it is. I don't want to use the community map though, because I like to try and figure things out on my own first, and I'll only use the community map if I get into a tight jam where I can't figure out where the heck I am. So I'm looking at the body of water here, and it looks like a small body of water. So that tells me that what this probably is just this little lake here. I do believe that that's where we are right now. And so if that is the case, that would mean that if we're right here on the southern edge, that would mean that Du Jensen's place should just be directly east. So let's just keep the event window open a little bit so we can see if we find a place called Hunter's Hill. And I'm still catching up with the chat here. So Suika says you should always focus whenever you can. It's effective to something like 120 CR at max. Okay. Well, there were so many of you guys saying that focus is good. So basically the way it was that I used to use focus all the time. And then somebody in the chat was saying that you shouldn't use focus, that you're just wasting your time doing that. And then I stopped using it. And then I sort of like used it and didn't use it and went back and forth, and I was completely confused whether or not I should use it. But there's so many of you guys saying that I should use focus, so I'll use focus from now on and just decide to keep using it. Now, what is this place? Within the perimeter of Mason's Way. Okay, let's go see what this place is called over here. Unless you're, so if you're fighting a bull with one fighting skill, says Azulis, then you think it doesn't matter. And if the structure is whole, says Suika, then you cannot bash. And hello, Kunde Koret. Nice to see you. It has been a long time, Kunde. How are you doing? How are you managing with the corona situation? Are you able to self-isolate at home? So what is this place called? This is Lodge Retreat. Can we get through? No, it's locked. And is there a guard tower around here who could take care of that nasty old troll? No guards seem to be around. Okay. But looks like a very quaint little, cute little spot that somebody has there using the rendered stone. Looks very, very cute. Let's head southeast a little bit and see if we can find Du Jensen's place. I'm seeing some lights over there. It could be over there. And Velvet Sun says, maybe that building needs to be removed. Others could meet the same fate. You see busy GM saving trapped travelers. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of one of those tricky things because on the other hand, it's kind of Wurm has a lot of things about it that they're kind of like life lessons that you have to learn, sometimes the hard way. And I feel like that is just one of those things that, like it was scary getting like trapped in there. Of course, now during the stream, it didn't feel scary. But if I would have been playing just on my own, I probably would have felt a little bit like, oh no, what's going to happen? But that taught me a lesson, you know, it taught me a lesson to be careful about abandoned deeds from now on and not to just go like, and also taught me a lesson that if you're on horseback, that's not going to protect you from falling down a wall. I thought being on horseback, that's why I went right up to the edge because I assumed that I would be absolutely fine. Let me just see. So there is a little bit of a field up there, but there's a deed up here. Could this be maybe Du Jensen's place? We'll see. Perimeter of Hunter's Hill. Yes, my navigation is working, guys. My navigational skills are working. We're here, and I see in the local is Olafus, which I am assuming must be Du Jensen's alt. So let's go and have a look. But before we go up here, let me just catch up with the chat properly because I'm still at the spot where the GM came to help. So I'm very, very late with the chat again, guys. I'm so sorry. And so, Ilukana, you are from Finland, Torilla Tavataan. So, Ilukana, have you been to my stream before? I don't think I remember seeing you before, but welcome, welcome. And do you play Wurm or do you play any like Sandbox MMOs, or how did you find my stream? And it is a bannable offense, says the parser, to make like traps on your deed. Even if it's unintentional, if a GM has to free trapped players, they'll warn you to fix it. If you ignore the warnings, you'll get a ban. Oh, really? That's good to know. So that is good to know, the parser, because if I ever have a friend who decides to do that intentionally, I can then let them know. That one player I talked about, he hasn't played for years, though. And Fira Loki says, I think focus is good to use if you're fighting a mob you are struggling with. Okay. And Kundakorit, gotta keep the work going, so you're gonna go to work you're having to go to work every day. Norway is on pretty full lockdown though, so we're good. How's Finland going? Yeah, it's pretty much the same over here, Kundakoret, and actually Friendly Kitten here is also from Norway, and I see she mentioned that as well. So Kunde, for me, myself, I'm losing track now, but I have been at home indoors at least 4 weeks now. It could possibly be 5 weeks by now. Both me and my son we haven't stepped outside except to take the garbage. So we have been getting our groceries by ordering groceries online. And we have been inside and we're having no emotional problems with that whatsoever because we're so homebodies anyhow. My son is making his music. I'm doing my own projects. So it's all good. But yeah, it's scary. It's a scary thing because definitely like I have like health issues that would make me make corona much more dangerous for me. So yeah, I am staying snug as a bug here at home. And Roly Poly says, if it's something that hits fast enough and has enough of a punch to constantly knock your focus back down, then you will struggle. Roly Poly, I think that was the situation, yeah. It was one of those streams where I was trying to kill something quite dangerous, and maybe somebody commented on that like, that don't do the focus because you're not going to get a chance to get a hit in because you keep doing the progress bar up to like load up the focus. Maybe that was the thing. So that's very good advice, Roly Poly. I think that probably explains to me when to use the focus and when not. So as a recap, if something is super easy, don't bother because you're going to get it killed so quickly anyhow. If something is super hard and just bashing you at a very like quick pace, you won't be able to get your focus loaded up enough to actually use it. But if it's anything in between, then focus is worth using. I think I now sort of understood. And full lockdown in Canada, says Velvet Sun. So Sapphire says Sweden is not on lockdown at all. People are going about their lives normally. Really, Sapphire? What the hell? So the amount of lockdown in Finland, what I do know for sure is that the area around the capital, around Helsinki, is on lockdown. We are not allowed to go outside of this area. As far as staying in home, I think, of course, obviously anyone who has symptoms or who has been, in contact with somebody who has COVID-19 has to self-quarantine. That's like obvious, of course. I think most of the restaurants are shut right now. Obviously, all the bars, the theaters, all that is shut down right now in Finland. The essentials are, of course, going to work as normal. I don't really know. I have to say, guys, I have to admit that I was watching the corona related news intently for weeks, and then I sort of just got so tired of doing that every day that I haven't really been watching the news regarding this topic for a few days. So I don't know the exact situation in Finland right now. And Illukanen, you have very limited knowledge of the game. Are all roads here player built? Yes. Everything you will see that is man-made, Illukanen, fences, buildings, guard towers, roads, bridges, carts, they are all made by players. And I guess that must be Du Jensen. Du Jensen, just give me one little second here as I still catch up with the chat. So Velvet Sun, stats in Sweden are growing. Sweden 4,435, deaths 180. And of course, they have stopped taking count here in Finland. They don't want you to come in for a test unless you're starting to be really, really sick. So they guess that the numbers for Finland are 30 to 40 times more in actuality than what you can see like in the official stats. I guess the same goes for Sweden and Norway as well. And so Illukanen, you found my stream watching my YouTube videos some years ago. Cool to find so many people excited about this game. You are developing games and studying these old gems. Oh wow, that's awesome, Illukanen, because I also develop games. I'm also a game developer. So do you work at any of the studios, Illukanen, in Finland right now? Or do you have your own personal game development projects? And Velvet Sun, the USA stats are insane. Indeed, they are. Indeed. Indeed. It's a depressing thing, like what's going on over in the USA. That is for sure. Friendly Kitten, you've kept an eye on the Federal Health Institute in Norway. It has slowed down here, it seems. Try not to read too much news. Yeah. And Ilukanen says, situation in Sweden is terrifying to look in the news. It spreads more in there. And you don't know about Stockholm, Sapphire, but up here nothing is happening except to wash your hands more. Dujensen, nice place. And Kira, hello! Kira, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, it has been a while. How are you doing? I mean, we saw Kira actually, we met up in real life when Kira just returned from Japan, and we had a little meetup on her way back. So how are you doing, Kira? You didn't get any symptoms, did you, from your travels from Japan? Like, how many weeks ago was that? Was that like maybe a month and a half ago, something like that? And Kira, now that we're all quarantining, so Kira, I'm guessing that your school is closed right now. Have you had a chance to play some Wurm? And do you still have your little deed on Xanadu? And Ilukanen says, remember kids, wash your hands so the airborne virus won't spread. Yeah, and Kira, so every Tuesday actually I stream Wurm. So every Tuesday I actually visit a random location. So for Kira and anyone else who doesn't know what's going on in Wurm today, for me that is, so every Tuesday I visit a random location in Wurm Online and I travel to it and see what's there. I go to a location I've never been to in the game before. So we press this button every single Tuesday. The marker lands on a random spot, and today it landed here on Celebration, and we've just arrived to Du Jensen's deed, and I'm sorry, Du Jensen, it's taking a little while here for me to get through the chat. Poor Du Jensen is waiting patiently, sort of looking up into the sky, just whistling to himself. This is taking a while. And Draco, you had the first death in your town. Oh no. Yes, Ilukanen. So I have been a game developer since, like, officially, like my first game that I ever made in Finland was in 1992. And then I officially started, but that was sort of like a hobbyist project. And then I started making, professionally developing games in 2006. First I was at Digital Chocolate. And then Digital Chocolate went down, and then I moved on to Red Lynx, Ubisoft, and then I was working for a little small while at Seriously as they were launching the Best Fiends mobile game. Then I went back to Red Lynx actually, and these days I'm working freelance. And let me see what else we have here. And Ilokana, you can find my developed games if you look on the portfolio button on the front of my my stream. There is a button called portfolio. If you open that, there is a tab for the game art, and you can see all the games that I've developed there. Let me see. Okay, I'm almost caught up with the chat. It's not scrolling anymore. And Kundekoret, the virus is airborne, of course, for a moment. Once it comes out of somebody's mouth, it can be airborne for several minutes, actually. So, Kira-sama, no symptoms for you, just studying from home all the same, since it's IT anyways. Not sure what happened to your tiny deed because you weren't able to connect to Wurm from Japan. Oh, maybe the upkeep has run out. Oh no. Well, Akira, actually I visited your deed just a while ago and it was still up. Your house was still standing at least. It looked normal, so you should go and check. And Geiger, Blame it on... yeah. Yeah, well, let's not get into the political stuff. And I completely agree with you, though, Geiger. But yeah, let's not get into the as much as I would like to actually talk about that, but we don't want to, like, you know, there's varying opinions about that. So let's not offend anyone. Yeah, it's very frustrating, though. And Kira, this exploration sounds very cool, but doesn't it take a lot of time to travel so far? Yes, it does sometimes, Kira. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's slow. Usually the explorations in Xanadu are actually the time-consuming ones. So Dujans, I'm just going to follow you. And that is a fancy outfit you've got going, and the what's it called? The thing on your horse as well. And Kira, oh, are we going down here? And Kira, maybe you should go. Yeah, absolutely, Kira. Go and check your house. I think it's it should be still up and standing. You remember prepaying it for a long while, but maybe it's still safe. Yeah. Well, at least I think it was. I think I visited your place maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, because I happened to be sailing. Oh, I know when I visited your place, Kira. It was when I was taking those marketing screenshots. I was considering taking a screenshot of your place, because I remember you had those beautiful little gardens. I never did take a screenshot though, but I was considering it. So yeah, it was a couple weeks ago I visited your place, and your timber house is still up and standing. At least it was back then. So here we are. Let me just check again the name of this place. So this is called Hunter's Hill, and this is Du Jensen's place. And Du Jensen is going to take us on a little tour here. I'm not sure, Du Jensen, did you go straight or did you turn right? Because you sort of ran a little bit too quickly. I wasn't able to catch up. Ilokanen, so I was working on the communicators at... oh, that one is a dead end, so Du Jensen went through here. I worked at Nokia for a few years, and my role was on the graphical design of the UI for the communicators for a couple of the models. Well, it was using basically the same software, the smaller and the larger communicator. I forget their numbers, but you can see there on the portfolio. And then I later moved on to doing the UIs for some of the other models as well, once the communicators launched. So, what do you have going here, Du Jensen? Let me just see if you're... No, you're not actually saying anything in chat, but Du Jensen, if you do want to say something, say it. Let's do it this way, that if you can then say it here in the chat, like you already were doing, just so that I don't have two chats. Oh my god, how did you fly over there? Du Jensen, how did you fly over there? Was that just lag? Was that lag? Did you guys see him? He just flew right over. That must have been lag in the game. It honestly must have been, because I've never seen anyone do that. And Elzulis says lag. Yeah. So Du Jensen, now we have like film footage of you flying literally over your canal. So you're busy mining down here. I see. Exactly, Kundakarit. Phew. And Kira, you live very close actually to Chabney here, who is probably still in the chat. He lives rather close, and you need to get Chabney to invite you sometime over to his place, because he has the most amazing house. From the inside, it is absolutely fantastic. So try and get an invite from Chabney one of these fine days. Don't reveal your secret, Du Jensen. I believe I can... Phew! I believe I can touch the sky. Okay, man, Du Jensen, this place is huge. I would get so lost in here. I actually have tears in my eyes, Kondekort. You made me laugh so much. Oh, dude, Jensen, I'm locked. I'm trying to get through. No. No. Or is it just lag? Maybe it's just... Oh, there we go. Thank you, Duchess. And hold on, Dujensen. Are your crops dying? Let me just check here. Unintended garlic. Only weeds, Dujensen. Shame on you. You need to take care of your crops. How are you letting your garlics all die? And I am not one to speak. I'm the worst taking care of my crops, actually. And it looks like you're breeding unicorns over here. Look at all these unicorns. My goodness. Can we see any unicorn foals here anywhere? You got some bisons going. I've never actually kept bisons on my deed. And I've never bred bisons. Can you imagine? Never done it. And let's just have a little look at the view that you have from up here as well. Oh, that is a nice view. Oh, it's actually open. Okay. So you have all this nice hunting land over here to work with, Dujensen, do you? And there's the lake over there. Now, where are we going now? Sapphire. What if Dujensen just left her there? It's a trap. I know, Azulis. I keep... You could potentially lock somebody actually into your deed in Wurm. You could do that. But I guess that would also be a bannable offense, wouldn't it? And Dujensen, you've been on Delhi for a week. Or not this character, but another guy. No bison. Do you hate wagons or something? Asks the parser. I remember there was the thing, wasn't it? So that the bisons have some kind of like benefit to the speed if you use bisons for your wagon. Yeah, I think it's just the fact, the parser, that since I'm on an island, so there wasn't an easy way to get bisons over before. Of course, now we do have the creature cages. And of course, we've had creature cages for quite a while now. I mean, what has it been, like a couple years already? So this was your crop area, Dujensen. I thought that might be. But I just haven't gotten around to going out to catch some bisons and bring them to the island. I should do that, though. I think there was also a thing where, like, psychologically, I thought to myself, okay, a farm is not meant to have bisons on it. It's supposed to have cows, horses, sheep, pigs, chickens, but bisons just seem out of place. So there's been this sort of mental block that even though I would have gotten like a speed benefit from using bisons, it just felt wrong somehow. Is anyone with me on that thing? Does anyone sort of share that like feeling that it doesn't quite feel right to have bisons on your deed? And Kira, were there any impalongs in Wurm, and did I go there this year? Well, at the end, there were two at the end of the year. Oh, hold on. We have to go through here, don't we? There were two at the end of the year. I didn't go to either of them, though. And I do believe it was the last one for Shrimpy's impalong. Draka had her impalong at the end of last year. We'll see what happens at the end of this year. Like, I'm assuming Draka will have hers again. And that's your farm, Dujensen. So it's very much a speed boost to wagons. Is it the parser? Well, maybe I'll have to make an exception then. So let's have a little look around here. What do we have here? Bakery, So you got a little bakery spot going on over here. Here you can knead your dough on the nice marble table. And you got your oven going on over there. And what do we have over here? Brickyard. So this is where you make all your bricks, is it? And that is kind of interesting to see that an unfinished coffin, I've never actually seen what an unfinished coffin looks like, because I think all the coffins I have on my deed were ones that I just picked up from abandoned deeds, so I never built one myself, actually. Interesting to see that that's what they look like. What do we have over here? The pub and spirits. Oh, you've got a snowman and a practice doll here as customers. And of course I should probably get off my horse. And you can help me with my horse later on, Du Jensen, because I probably won't be able to lead it out. Now where did he go? And what do we have over here? The tailor. You have a nice little tailoring spot here, and a spindle and some dolls on the table over there. I really love the fact that in Wurm all the items have 3D models. That's so cool to me. I never can stop marveling about that. That all the items you can just like set on the tables or on the ground. Oh, that's still the brickyard. There he is. Yeah, his last Impelong Velvet Sun. Yeah. And poor Du Jensen has to take a break and meditate a little bit, because it's so stressful to take this crazy Malena around. Oh, was it renamed Bartender, Du Jensen? I didn't notice, yeah. On the parser, if the game gives you a mechanic, you use it to make up for what you're not given. For example, pulling another player up by a rope. I think we lost Du Jensen. Waves her hand in front of Du Jensen's face. Hello? So Du Jensen, is there more to see here, or shall I, is it time for me to move on? Yeah. I'm not the best guest, am I? That's pretty much it, Du Jensen? Okay, well thank you for the little tour. It's a very nice little spot you have here for sure. Very cozy. So let me see if I can actually lead my horse. I probably can't. Oh, I can. Okay. Good. And was it over here that there was the mine opening? Do I have to go this way? I think up here, right? There we go. Okay, thank you very much, Du Jensen, and we shall, let's see, let's check the map here for a moment and see where we have to go next. So straight north if we're going to go to our destination. So that's perfect. Good. Yeah, Kira, I mean, it's all up to the players who organize those for sure. So it could be that now that Shrimpy is not going to have Impelongs anymore, it might be that somebody else decides to start organizing an Impelong. And I wish that they were farther apart. Like, I think it would be like optimal if somebody had an Impelong every half year. That would be perfect. The kind of problem that we had in these last years was that Drakai's and Shrimpy's Impelongs were so close to one another, so it always felt like, oh, well, I'll go to one of them, but I can't be bothered to go to both of them. But I'm sure, this app says check Discord. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's going on. So Sap is sharing a picture of being stuck. So, oh, you got stuck in like some kind of hole as well, Sap? Is that what's happened? And then you're climbing up now? Boom shakala. Don't blame the guest. Do Jensen, that's one subtle move. Go away now. I'm meditating. Yes. It's like Du Jensen was trying to hint to me that, okay, I think it's about time you move on now, Malena. It's time for you to leave. And so Suika, the friend along is soon. Okay, so what's the friend along then? Oh, boom shakala. It must be, it must be just a huge amount of effort to organize something like that. And Friendly Kitten says, he fell down the clay, silly boy. Yeah, there are bisons, but I only have one creature cage on my ship, so I'll go hunting for like bisons another time. I might just actually, I might actually give in, like, if oh my gosh, my horse, what the heck? This is so annoying, this lag thing. I might just, if the speed gain is so considerable, I might just actually, okay, we're gonna put focus on guys now. I just have to get some attacks like gathered up a bit. Old raging crocodile. Oh no. Is there actually a guard tower around? What does it say here? No guards seem to respond your call. Okay. But I think we're doing kind of okay against this old raging crocodile anyhow. What was I going to say? Yeah, I was going to say that if the speed benefit is so considerable for wagons with the bisons, I might have to just sort of look the other way as far as whether they're realistic to have on a farm or not, and maybe I will go out like getting a few bisons and start breeding them then. So I'm guessing, guys, that I'm guessing that the 5-speed thing works also for bisons, right? It's not just horses. So it would be worth breeding up like 5-speed bisons, right? Let's see if we can get a nice pelt from that kitty cat. And hello, Tyler Tungsten. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. It has been a while. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you faring with this corona thing right now? Cat pelt is only 59 quality, so I won't bother. But I will just bury the cat without burying the items, and then maybe a newbie can grab that from the ground. Lots of roadkill, Tyler Tungsten says. There's something weird going on. Do you see that, guys? There is something majorly weird going on now. My horse... See that? Like, if I sort of walk towards my horse... Oh, hold on. Yeah, and I can't target my horse at all. So let me just restart this client. There's weirdness going on. It must be the lag. I'm not quite sure what the heck is going on. We can shut this thing down now. Oh, it's just another Impalong, says Suika. Oh, I see. friend along. Okay. I'll have to check that on the forums. And leaving mines has been doing that for a while, says Velvet Sun. You dismount a lot during that last little while. Yeah, yeah, same. I've noticed the same. There's something weird going on for sure. Come on, horsey. Let's get a move on. There we go. And what direction are we facing? Northwest? Okay. And hello, the Suitman27. Welcome to the stream. Side question, what is your weapon? I am equipped with a silver staff, and this was very much from the suggestion of Suika here, who loves his silver staff, and I was able to borrow it one time and see just how amazing it was to use, and then I decided, I was so inspired by it that I decided to make one myself, and then Ted Scott helped me by getting it all enchanted. So it's a very nice little silver staff now. And Suika, you probably might be curious as to what enchants I actually got in this thing, so let's just check. So it is enchanted with Animal Demise and will be more effective against animals. Essence Drain has been cast on it, so it will cause extra internal wounds and heal you for 92. Blessings of the Dark has been cast on it, so it will increase skill gained and speed with it when used, 67. And yeah, those are the enchantments it has. And it's worked out to be very nice. I think Suika, your silver staff was better, but this is still considerably better than using the sword and the shield that I had before, absolutely. So thank you again for suggesting that back before. It has definitely been a handy little weapon for sure. And I need to drink and eat again. And Du Jensen didn't offer me anything to eat. He didn't tell me to sit down and get comfortable in front of the roaring fire. He didn't prepare me any snacks. He just sat down and started meditating when he wanted me to leave. Du Jensen, where is your hospitality? I kid. Are we heading north? Yes. Okay. So we need to start figuring out where the heck we are. So if we look at the map, we're supposed to find... So there's all these weird little bits and pieces over here. And I'm thinking to myself that this is the point at which I think I will grab actually the community map just to figure out the exact location where we need to plant that sign, because I have a feeling we're probably very close already now, but without the community map I won't be able to figure out based on the tiles here. So let's just grab the community map. Let's see. Celebration. Oh, but is this the right one? Not really. I don't want to use this one actually. I want to use the new dump maps instead. Celebration, and we're gonna use terrain. Yes, this will be the latest one. Okay. Now, So I'm guessing that was probably Du Jensen's spot up there. How come this is so blurry? I could swear this used to be higher res. What's going on here? Let me just reload that. I guess it just is a low res image. I could have sworn that was supposed to be a larger image. I'm not sure why it's not sharper. Okay, so we can see a road up there that has like 2 tiles and 1 tile in the middle. Let's see if we can see a road like that here somewhere. But this is honestly so blurry. Like, this shouldn't be this blurry, guys. I'm pretty sure these have been higher res before. Not sure what's going on. Because normally I would have been able to just see from like how the tiles are placed to see where I am. I'm trying to see if I can see a spot like this anywhere. Maybe we'll just run forward a bit because I am not recognizing. Okay, hold on. There is a little spot over here next to some rock. So if we face... Okay, let's get rid of this guy. If we face north, can I see a little spot like this somewhere? And Velvet Sun does breed 5 speed bisons. Okay, so that is the speed bonus is just as good then for bisons as it is for horses. Okay, good to know. We have to try and find a little bit of land here that has something that would be easy to recognize off that map. Let's see. If we can find a bit of sand, for instance, some sand tiles, something like that would stand out, I think, quite nicely. Okay, here's a bit of rock with sand. Say, if I face south, let me see if I can see something like this here. I don't understand why this is so blurry, guys. That really annoys me, actually. That's so low res. I'm trying to see, can we see any bits of... any bits of rock that has 1 tile of sand in it? Let me just go over to the isometric one, see if that's higher res. No, that's also low res. Very strange. Very, very strange. There is some rock that has some sand in the middle, but this is just 1 tile, so we're gonna have to find something a little bit more easy to recognize. Okay, this is a long piece of rock that has some sand in it. Could it possibly then be this thing? And then there's some grass in between, and there should be another bit of rock. Could it be that then? I'm not sure. Let's keep going this way. And Suika, you never bothered with bison on wagons? I'm gonna catch up with the chat, guys. I probably have to scroll back a bit and see what you guys were saying. It's not often you see a deer in the middle of the forest. Yeah, this is like a very... Okay, that's quite a big piece of rock with sand in the middle. So I'm almost thinking that it might be... It's either this thing or this thing. I think we're just gonna have to find a road, to be quite honest. Oh, hold on. Is that a mine entrance? That's gonna help us. So mine entrance facing west. There's some mine entrances right there. Oh no. And there's a bit of road as well. Mine entrance with some road. There's lots of mine entrances we can't. It's so low res I can't really see. I don't get it, guys. Am I just imagining things, or were those much higher res before? Now here's a very long road facing... Is this west? Yes. Very long road facing west. It certainly is not this area. That is for sure. And that tunnel, these tunnels remind you of support beams, says Du Jensen. Oh, you mean like, do you have some support beams that you need to build for your own mine? So here's a whole bunch of roads just going all over the place. Can we find a spot like that on the map? Let's see. We'll go back to the other one since this is, that doesn't help, this isometric one. I'm guessing that this is not going to help at all. I mean, this is higher res for sure. I mean, some of these, maybe this could help. I'm not quite sure how old this map is. Latest update, 15th of March, 2020. Okay, maybe this is a new map then, actually. And what does this mean? Oh, that's just me clicking the thing. Okay, let's get rid of this spider. This is actually going to help us to think a little bit more, because it's just all pixels. So we found a very long road, and could it possibly be that... And there's some sand on the side of it as well. Let's go north a bit and see what we have. Okay, this is 2 tiles wide, this road. 2 tiles wide. I don't see any other roads that are 2 tiles wide. Could it possibly be that we're starting to go in this direction now? And here we're approaching the water actually already. Huh. Okay, well at least... Oh, and there's a deed up there. Okay, this is going to be much easier to figure out. So... We're seeing a big island in the middle, which makes me think that we're actually over here. We're way down here. There's this island right there. This bit is right... This is probably Hill's End down there. We can see some step, which is also here. So now we know where we are. Currently, we are up here somewhere. And so... let me get rid of this spider. Oh, it's like a scorpion. Uh-oh. Old hell Scorpius. We better fight this guy, I think. The parser says, I think that's a different bug. Slopes, mine exits, corners all throw you off. And hello there, Zodan. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry I only noticed you just now. But welcome, welcome. And Tylo, everything's okay for you. You've been working from home for years already anyhow. Okay, I'm glad to hear that you're... Oh shit, this thing is like hard. I think I'm gonna have to escape actually this situation. Is there any guard towers around here? Let me see. Any guards? Yes, guards are around. You already called the guards. Wait a few seconds. Okay. Let's see if we can get some guards to help us. Oh, and there was actually a rat attacking us as well. Let's just go over here and just heal up a bit. But now at least we know where we are. Okay. And hello, Flopa Job. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back. I'm so late with the chat, guys. I'm sorry. You guys are still talking about when I was stuck at the mine entrance with my horse. And friend along is Virusmed's place at Pristine, says Du Jensen. Okay. And Suika, we actually had a conversation on the Wurm official stream a while ago about horses versus bisons on wagons. Oh, and they're the best all-around weapon, Suika says, for the silver stuff. So, Suika, what was the result of that discussion that you guys had about the bisons versus horses? And Zodan is saying that seeing a lot of people using staff, any particular reason, and Suika answers to that they're the best all-around weapon. Okay. Velvet Sun confirms that silver staffs are fast and very effective. Blacklight staff says the parser. They hit for nearly the same amount of damage as a huge axe while being faster, no parry penalty, and yeah, the swing speed is incredible, says Suika. I don't think it has a rune on it. I don't think my staff has one. Suika, no. And Zodan, you really want to be an archer, but you're told it's useless in PvE, so your second go to is spears, because you love pole arms. So, are you new to Wurm, Zodan? Dujan, you forgot the coffee. Yes, you did. Hello, NSA. Nice to see you. Velvet Sun Bloodthirst cast on staff will make your staff amazing. And Perry G. Hello. How are you doing, Perry G? How are things for you now during the Corona thing, Perry G? I hope you have been staying healthy and safe. And Kira, no tea, this is madness, exactly. Not even any meat either, Boom Shuckle. He didn't offer anything to me. The nerve. Velvet Sun, apparently Dujens is not used to having company. Yeah, Boom Shuckle. I was just messing with Du Jensen. Du Jensen is an awesome, awesome, lovely guy. So now we know. Oh, what do we have over here? Aged lava fiend. Yeah, I'm just being a pain in the butt for Du Jensen. That's all. Just messing around with him. And the parser says, Zodan, you think that archery gets a worse reputation than it deserves because it's quite useless at lower levels. And Boom Shakala says, but who wants to drag along arrows that can run out? And the Sapphire looks like a Minecraft map. Yeah, because it's tile based, right? Perry G blamed Jensen for ruining the map. No. And NSA says might be higher res if downloaded, but I didn't download them before. That's the thing. I've just zoomed into them right from the browser, just right from the URL, and there has been no problem before. And Mr. Quisto, hello, nice to see you. Bandwidth rationing, blame Corona for the low resolution. That could be it. Oh, the parser says definitely download it. It's exactly that area, Shirley. Oh, right. Okay. Maybe I need to download them then for my hard drive. Yeah, I should do that. And Kira says, Wurm is not for people who can't read maps. If you're lost, you're lost. That is absolutely true, Kira. Yeah, this does have Battlefield songs on its Sapphire. Beautiful, beautiful soundtracks for Battlefield. Kira is asking, did the Wurm launcher change or something? It says you need to update the client or something. Let me in. So Kira, yes, now they have made it so that when there is a new version of Wurm or like an update, everything is just automated. So you need to so go to the, oh gosh, maybe somebody can give, maybe somebody has given the instructions already. I forget how you were supposed to do it. Were you supposed to just like press the button from the Wurm website? I can't remember now. That it just handles everything automatically. Oh, and Velvet Sun does confirm. It did switch a while back. Go to the homepage on the website. And Dujanson, your map maintainer heart likes when you actually use the community map. So Dujanson, are you the one who then updates some of the community maps or all of them then? I didn't know that. And Suika, you don't know if you just should say the result with the bison breeders in here. You'd be murdered. Oh, are you implying that the bisons are not that fast as people claim? And that's how I'm interpreting what you're saying there. And Suika says that spears are pretty good, not that far off staffs. And Kira is asking, no. So Kira, I don't think you have to uninstall. I think you just have to launch the game from there, perhaps? Let me see if somebody answered you. And Perichi's deed is right next to yours, Dujanser. Really? So last time you logged in, Kira, was about a year ago. If something changed in this time, you don't know how it changed. Oh, I see. Suikai is saying you probably want to remove Wurm as it is and re-download it, honestly. Suikai, so basically when I installed the new client system, I did not have to remove my old folders. I think I just installed it in the same folder as the old Wurm. And I had all of my old settings and everything, and it was fine. All my old screenshots and everything. And Zodan, so you're not very new to Wurm. You played many years ago, and you have a lot of experience in Wurm Unlimited. I see. You quit playing that, though, and now you're here. Well, welcome to Wurm Online, Zodan. It is definitely a much more engaging experience to play here because, you know, the whole concept of it being like a huge like MMO and being able to visit the different servers and all that. And Suika is thank you for giving Kira that information, Suika. So only the celebration map, Dujansen. I see. Yeah, well, Dujansen, the celebration community map definitely saved our butts now, because now we can just use this to understand where we are. So I think we are... Hold on. This is a dead end, so... I think it's this thing right here, isn't it? There's some sand, yes. So now we finally know where we are. We're right there. And our location that we have to get to is... So if we just compare these... It's around... It's around here somewhere. I think it's right there. So if we just keep on going east, we're gonna find this spot. Okay. Okay. Oh, who do we have over there? Perry G. Hello, Perry G. So you live close by, do you, Perry G? Should we come and visit you after I place my sign? Perry G is like keeping a safe. Are you keeping a safe distance now during Corona, Perry G? I can see you there. And Boom Shakala says, regarding Bison's Wurmpedia says, so Perry G, I'm at least gonna go and place that sign first, so we don't have to like be lost in this area again. But I would love to come and check out your place afterwards if you like. So Suika, you had a similar issue with your laptop. You just ended up getting rid of the old version and getting the totally new launcher. Honestly, we all know how touchy the clients can be at times. Huh. Okay, there's a couple of mine entrances right there. Which I assume are... Let's not get lost again. So there's this bigger piece of road down here, which... Good grief. Am I lost again? So there's these 2 bits of road right here. 3 bits of road, actually. Or not road, but like pavement. 3 bits of pavement. So we're probably right here right now. That's right. And the tunnel we can see over here. There's 2 tunnels. So this one is this one on the left. And that one is the one over there. And so we have to get past this area. So let's just go down a bit. I'll just lead my horse a bit. So if I understood correctly, Suika, if the... Well, I should probably eat and drink up first. If the horse has like Wind of Ages saddle and gear and like horseshoes and all that stuff, the difference in speed isn't that significant then if you use a bison? Okay. So bison are nice if you don't want to muck around with gear though, for sure. Okay. Social distancing, yes, Perry G. I'm finally caught up with chat, guys. I know it must be so, like, it must be so annoying that I'm so slow. 6 foot rule. Yes, Draco. Indeed. And Kira, you got in. Yay! Excellent, Kira. And so how is your deed? Is your deed up and running still? Like, is your deed still valid? Or is it just like that the house is still there? And Suika says, as far as you hear, saddle doesn't matter on carts and wagons. Can't confirm though. I see. Okay, so here's a little bit of rock. Then if we look at this, we kind of went past here now. And there should be a big area of rock that we need to get past. But what is this little bit over here? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, hold on. That is actually... Maybe it's this thing here. No. No, that's not it. East. Do I have my horse with me? I do. And there is a long road up ahead, which is probably this thing. We're probably going over this right now, I would believe. Maybe. I'm not sure. There's the diagonal one. I'm not seeing a diagonal road here at all. There's a diagonal road up there, guys. How come I don't see it on this map? Because I'm assuming this is using the new dump map somehow. Let me just look at this one then. So there's a diagonal road right there, actually, which I am assuming is this one. I don't know why it hasn't been updated to the celebration map, though. And if our location is... Oh, it's actually this yellow thing. Silly cats. It was like it was too bright. So we need to plant the sign right on the side of this diagonal map right here. It is, of course, that yellow map, which I guess symbolizes it being a highway, I guess. Okay, so right here is the perfect location for our sign. Let's put it right here somewhere. Right in front of this little bush, I think, would be a perfect spot. So... And today is the 31st, isn't it? Yes. Malena, KatsPurr Malena was here March 31st, 2020. Good. And then we shall just plant this. So Kira, your house is not looted at least, but is the deed still up and working? There we go, guys. I've left my little mark. And there's Perry G patiently waiting. Okay, Perry G, you lead on. Let's go check out your place then. I will follow you. And isn't Perry G looking just so handsome in his...
Well done.
Is that studded armor, studded leather, I think? And dyed black, I think it is? Or dyed dark brown at least? And Kira, actually, your deed still was up. It was magic and still some silver left in the upkeep. You thought that it ran out ages ago. Oh, that's so lovely to hear, Kira. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, I am so happy for you because I know how attached you are to your little place. And it is a lovely spot that Kira lives on, actually. She managed to find a really beautiful little abandoned deed that had this gorgeous, gorgeous little garden with lots of little ponds and lavender bushes and little wooden bridges all over the place. Just delightful little place that she managed to find. Okay, and Perry G, I'm not going to be, just so you know, I won't be checking the chat in game. So if you want to say anything, also say it here in the Twitch chat, so I don't have to follow two different chats. But yeah, you had not said anything yet, at least. And I'm a much slower, I'm afraid. Oh, that's the same. Isn't that the same mine entrance I got stuck in a moment ago, guys? I think it is, isn't it? Yes, there's the pile of stuff from the critter that I butchered as well. So yeah, Perry G, I'm a little bit slower than you are, I'm afraid. So, but I'm coming slowly but surely. Oh, look at all those crocodiles going after Perry G. Oh no! Like three crocodiles just like jumped after him all at the same time. Ugh. I would not want to have three crocodiles on me. It looks like Perry G. Oh, I think that's a spear that Perry G actually has as a weapon. So, Kira, how about your horses and stuff? Are you, did your horses die on you meanwhile? And I'm not sure if you were like actually caring for any of your horses back then, so that they would live longer. Jensen is home. Poor Perry G. Has to keep stopping and looking behind him that are you coming, cats? Hello? I'm sorry that I'm so slow, Perry G. Wow. Did you guys see that? Like the lag made Perry G's just go zoom like forward as well. Oh, that was hilarious. So Kira, your main horse is fine. Some others are cared for by random people. Oh, like horses that you just found in the wild. You don't know how and why that happened. Also, your one great horned gnome is still alive. All the other fun event animals not here anymore. Oh yeah, because Kira got some special critters at a Impelong she was at. Some of those GM spawned critters. Yes, he did the few again, Kundakorit. Absolutely. So Perry G, don't tell me that you live right. This is Du Jensen's place that we just visited, isn't it? Or do we have to go through Du Jensen's place? Oh, what does it say here? All complaints are handled by Helen. Wait, if you have a complaint, go to Helen. Wait. Okay. Oh, so this is your place. Du Jensen, sorry, Perry G was pointing to the left here. So you guys are like right next to each other. That's really cute, actually. You're next door neighbors. Ah, hold on. Yes. So the entrance to Du Jensen's place was down there, wasn't it? So this is your place. Let's see what this is called. This is called... No, this is Hunter's Hill as well. Hold on, I'm so confused. This is just where we were. I'm so confused. This is still your place, Du Jensen. Okay. So we're just running through, are we? So Perry G, we already actually saw Du Jensen's place earlier on. Yeah, Perry G probably wasn't aware. Yeah. So Roly-Poly says, you must complete the phase 1 complaint process before level 2 staff will entertain your complaint. Please queue for the form at hatch 3. I did see the sign, Perry G. I did. It was very cute. There's one big spider over there lurking on your land there, Du Jensen. Ah, is this your place, Perry G? Because I think we kind of went through here earlier. We might have, we just didn't know. Oh, is that your place? At least we went down to admire this from outside of the gates before. What was this place called again? Lodge Retreat. Oh, this is Perigy's place. Awesome. So let's see if we can actually get in this time. Maybe he was giving me the permissions. That's why he probably stopped a moment ago. Yes. Let's bring the horsey in. So now we finally got into the gates, because actually, Perigy, earlier in the stream we stopped by here. I had no idea whose place this was. I just came to admire it from the outside. So this is your place, is it? Very, very cozy, very cozy. Lovely little spot on the shore of the lake here. And I think I was mentioning the rendered stone walls that you had here. And here's your little shipyard over here. Oh, you got some chain fences. Okay. And I really like actually the look of this, how you have the arched wall entry, a little canopy here, and then you've got the flower beds connecting to the actual house. That looks very nice, actually. Let me just actually take a screenshot of that as a sort of like as a source of inspiration. You're using lots of flower beds. You know, I should use more of those actually myself. I don't use them enough. They're such a pain in the butt to make. Then you have a little spot here to sit and enjoy a summer's day. Oh, and oh my goodness, a little tiny bedroom. This looks so cute. You got a little fireplace and a bear rug and a bed, and you got the cupboard going on with some skull cups rather. So these are the things when you guys see me gathering those goblin skulls. This is what you can make from the goblin skulls, which are pretty cool. I've never made one myself though. I've just been gathering them. Very cozy. That is one of the coziest little bedrooms I've ever seen in Wurm. Very, very cozy. And then you got your little shipyard here for your boats to be parked in. Very cozy. I think this is such a great example of how you don't have to have a large deed for it to be like super like homey and cozy. And you got your horses all grazing out here in the pastures. Very, very nice. Very, very. Oh, you even got a catapult up there in case any intruders come and bother you. Just catapult them down. Let's see what we have over here. Oh, no, this is a different bedroom. Very nice. Love it. Let me see. Do you have any other rooms, or is it just the 2 bedrooms here? I think so. But you have an upstairs, don't you? I thought I saw some stairs. So up here you have your storage. You have a little smithing spot over here. A little bit cramped. I'm gonna say your working area is a little bit cramped, but it's doable, isn't it? At least you have all your storage like right at, 1 step away, so you don't have to go very far to do things. And what about this side? I think this goes up to the smithing area. That's right. Very, very nice, Perigy. Love it. I think it's just a great example, and I also love just the sort of like all of these openings make it feel so. There's a word in Finnish, ilmava. I'm not sure what that would be in Finnish. I mean, sorry, English. But it's sort of just the summer weather outside makes it look so nice that you can have this view of the summery outside from any place that you pretty much look at. Yeah, very nice job. Okay, so let me see. What are we gonna do next? And hello, Bilbo. Set fire to the house. No! No, we are not gonna set fire to any house. Draco wants a peeing fountain. And your back here used to be the farm where you went when you weren't lazy. Or you used to have a farm back there when you weren't lazy. Back in the little So these areas over here, I see, I see. So I guess you used to keep your animals in these stalls, and then you had, but now you have the animals over there. So Zehtran, this is rendered stone. So you first make like a plain stone wall, and then you have to use clay, I believe, clay on the stone to turn it to a rendered stone. Try the tower, says Perry G. Oh, hold on. Let's try the tower still quickly. Yeah, very good taste, I have to say. I can just imagine how cozy this must be with the brazier turned on at nighttime, sitting there on the bench with some friends. Okay. And up here you have a nice view of the lake. You need a couple of benches up here, Barry G, so you could sort of like, or what, some of those wooden, some of the wooden chairs to sort of sit up here and just enjoy the view, just to get some relax. What are you spying, Perry G? What are you spying at? Let me just see. Let's get out our own spyglass here and just see what he was looking at. What is that over there? Young tortoise. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so what is next? I do believe we have we've reached our goal, but let me just check on the map and see if there's anything of interest that we want to go and check out before we wrap up the stream today. I'm in no hurry, but I think I could still stream for a little while at least. Thank you for the tour, Perry G. You have a very nice place, and it's crazy how much you've been able to fit in here as well. You've even got the wagoner system here as well, all fit in to receive and send out crates of things. So, and there's Du Jensen over there. Oh, a troll is after Du Jensen. Adolescent greenish troll. So let's have a look at this map here and see if there is... I'm going to go actually, yeah, we'll use the... Let's see if there's something of interest up here. I'm kind of interested in this mountain over here, to be honest. Is there anything of interest on top of that mountain? Doesn't seem like there's any deeds, at least. So one road does lead up here to some kind of forest, and there's a road over here. Let's go and adventure up there, actually. I want to go and see what that's all about. So this was Hill's End, wasn't it? No, Lodge Retreat. Lodge Retreat is... Hold on, hold on. Lodge Retreat is down here. Oh, it's way up here, is it? Well, I guess we could go there. So the easiest way would probably be to follow the yellow... Well, we could go through here, just across the step. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, I shall be off. Thank you for the tours, gentlemen. Emote. Wave. No, a goodbye wave. Goodbye wave. Goodbye to Barry G. Goodbye to Du Jensen. And...
Goodbye.
And I shall be off. Let's go across the step here. Yeah, let's make it our goal. We'll end off the stream once we reach... I want to see what this is all about. It looks like there's something here, though, because people have made roads, and I just want to see what that looks like inside. I'm not sure if that's like a valley. I guess we could see from here. No, it's not a valley per se, but there might be some amazing views from up there. So let's go all the way up there and see what that's all about. And indeed, Kira, you can literally feel the summer breeze in Perry G's place. And there used to be a deed up there at some point, says Barry G. I see, I see. Okay, here is that highway. And so we're now going through this tunnel, I believe. So we're going to keep on going straight until it turns, until it turns, well, actually, we'll keep on going until it turns left, and then we'll go through here, I think. Yeah. Oh, there's all those crocodiles. And I really need to actually eat and drink as well, in case we face some foes up in the mountains there. By the way, Kira, I still have that small, the small cart that's rare. I still have it in my boat waiting for you. It was one that we found on an abandoned deed, and I think I found it somewhere, and I meant to give it to Kira, but I thought I had dropped it off, but then I hadn't by mistake. Okay, no. Okay, there's the diagonal one. So we have to go a little bit left and then up north again. Okay. But Kira, I still have that. If you're still interested in it, I can come and drop it by your place someday. So, the first right that we find, that's where we have to turn right. Okay, I guess it's this one down here underneath the bridge. Yes, so we have to go down here. Yes, yes, I still have it, Kira. So how does it feel, Kira, now? I mean, because you were in Japan for almost a year, and you couldn't play Wurm from Japan for some reason. So how does it feel now to be back in Wurm and to find that you still have your little house and your deed and everything? Is it like a lovely feeling? Is it like, I mean, it must feel so cozy to be in the game again after all this time that it would, you know, there's this phrase, Wurm is waiting, that they use, the slogan that they use for their marketing. And it's so true, isn't it? Wurm is waiting always for you. So hold on, there is a house down there. Let me just see the shape of the land here. I do believe this is probably this thing, isn't it? What's trying to attack me? Oh, crap. Some nasties. Oh, but there's a guard tower right there. So let's get the guards, sick the guards on this troll. And meanwhile, we'll take care of the hellhound, I think. Oh, it's actually almost dead. In fact, where'd it go? Okay, that's taken care of. And the guards came to help. Good, good, good. It's like coming home, says Kira. Ah, especially since your alliance is still active and the same people are still here. You thought you would have been kicked out by now, and you came back to and you thought you would come back to an empty deed and all the bad stuff, but nothing like that. Active deed, horse is still there, friends are still there. Awesome. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Kira. Think, after a whole year. And if you need any horses, you know where to come. I can give you some horses for free, obviously. You being an old friend, so just let me know, and I'd be happy to give you some. Let's check if this guy has any recipes. Thank you for the help, guards. You did a good job there. Let's check the map quickly. So there's this little squiggly road that came upwards, and then it ends with a guard tower. Guard tower, let's see. Do I see like... Let's look from over here instead. So let me just see if I'm going to try this thing now that I download the celebration map. Let's see if it actually helps with the resolution this time. Terrain. Download. And let's open this in Photoshop and see what happens. If it truly is higher resolution. Oh, this is the one that's being used on the community map, actually. Huh, okay, let me actually... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Isometric. Let's see about this one instead. That is much higher resolution, yeah. Or maybe it's just that the pixels are not being scaled and blurred when you look at it locally on your computer. Okay. So let's try and figure out where we are now. This is so much better to look at from your computer for sure. So we came along that one road that was diagonal, which I'm guessing, if we just look back at this one, we came along this thing, which was up here somewhere. Those 2 bits must be those 2 bits. So that means, and then we start following this road, and I think we're right here actually. There's this square with 4 tiles, and this has 4 tiles. Oh, it actually has more, because it has the guard tower. Could it be that this is where we are now? So is there a road going behind it? Let's see. There is, in fact. Okay. And then if we want to get up here, we need to go up this and then go to the right a bit. And do we see... I'm not sure. No, there's this diagonal one. I don't see a diagonal one here at all. Oh, there it is. So we are there. We're exactly there. Thank you so much for the follow. Jeremy2020, welcome to the stream. Are you a Wurm player as well? We need to go right. So we need to go down this way and find the road that goes up onto that mountain. And Timoka, the best alliance. And hello, Timoka. Nice to see you. How are things going for you? It is the same background image, says Du Jensen. Okay. Huh. So the mountain starts there. Oh, what do we have over here, by the way? And you're doing great. Timoka, you're building your new deed. Oh, nice. So what is the inspiration behind your new deed? And what... So you're on Xanadu still? Let's go see what this place is all about. So somebody's keeping some animals up here. And all of this stone area, weird stone area down here. And then they have some kind of deed down here. Let's see what this place is called. Perimeter of Wildside East. But the doors are locked, unfortunately. But it's this mountain that we need to get up on top of. So let's see if we can find our way back up there. Oh. So that would have been this stony area that we just saw. So we just really need to go south. That's all we have to do, and then we should be able to find it eventually. And Kundakort, where on the map are you now? And are the blue stuff where you have been today? Yes. So Kundakort, if we look at that map, so if you're talking about this one, so all of these blue dots are the places we've already been before in our previous Tuesdays. Today our goal was this spot. We already went and planted a sign there, and now I'm trying to get up on this mountain over here. So we're just trying to find the way to get up. There should be a road here somewhere. Maybe that's the one I'm looking for. So you're doing a medieval castle with rendered walls, Timoko. Nice. Still Xanadu, but on the mainland next to Neverwinter. I see, I see. I think we found it, guys. We found the road that goes up on top of the mountain. Awesome. Good. Oh yeah, Kira, that's right. Now we have the third-person view. Exactly. That's right. And for those who don't know how to access that, you just press V and you can cycle through the 3 different views. For the purpose of Wurm Roulette, I still like to use the first-person view though, because just to give like an eyeful for everyone so everyone can see the beautiful landscapes without having to look at the character. Those are some big spiders up there. Oh, for you it was set to spacebar, Friendly Kitten. Really? Interesting. I know there's like a free camera, some kind of free camera set to the spacebar, I think, by default. If I press... oh, nothing seems to happen from spacebar, actually. I could swear the spacebar was attached to some kind of free camera before. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh, and here's another new thing, Kira. So, if you're auto-running, you know how auto-run is X, right? If you press X again, you will auto-straighten on the road that you're going. If you press like if you first press X to auto run and then you press it again, it will straighten on the tile that you're running. That's a completely new thing that just came like a couple weeks ago, actually. So here we are, and so this is what's up on the mountain, is it? Let's have a look at the view. Oh, that was the old default bind for free camera view. I see. Okay. So look at this. This is quite a view. Imagine having a deed up here with this view. That's a really pretty view, actually. And there's that place that we were looking at down below that we couldn't get into. It is nice. It is Velvet Sun for sure. Oh, you remapped it, Kira. I see. And Perigi, you can't see your place from up here. Yeah, we're on the wrong side of the mountain, I guess. And there's that little bit of road that I was showing on the map that somebody has made like it possible to actually get up here. I wonder if we can make it all the way to that peak. Oh, my horse. Where's my horse? What happened? Oh no, guys. What happened to my horse? What the heck? What the heck was that? That must have been some oh, there it is. What the heck was that? Some weird lag issues going on in Wurm today. Very strange. Very, very strange. I don't usually see anything like that in Wurm. I'm not quite sure what's going on. And I guess my horse we're going to have to restart the client. Thankfully, the horse does have a saddle, so it's not going to go wandering off. And it's been like this since the update says, the last update says Boom Shakala. I see, I see. Okay. Horsey? Where did you go? I'm guessing it must be over here, right? There it is. Okay. And looks like somebody's been up here hunting since there's some butcher, somebody's been up here killing monsters, guys. There's actually a guard tower over here as well. I guess from, should we take these guys down? There must be like from remnants of whatever deed used to be up here, but it looks like somebody's been up here hunting recently. And we can actually turn that map off as well now. Since we don't need it anymore. You think that there's still an active deed nearby? Oh, okay. Well, I guess we will see that soon. Oh, did we get some money, guys? We got rare 5 coin, copper. Nice. Every little bit helps, right? Oh, and by the way, Kira, something that there have been all kinds of updates. Kira, did you hear about the fact that Wurm is coming to Steam? Did I tell you about that? So they're going to release some new servers on Steam sometime in the fall, apparently. Let's see if there's a recipe. Nope. Just going to bury this guy then. And then where is the body? Over here. Yes, Velvet, I shall do that. No recipe, unfortunately. So yeah, Kira, I'm not sure if I told you about that. And the biggest news, says Boom Shakla, is that money transfers are now... Yeah, I don't think Kira had gotten into any of that money transfer stuff, so... but yeah, before you could sell, and you could buy and sell like Wurm stuff, Wurm accounts, Wurm items, Wurm money. Now that is banned because of the Steam launch that's happening. Steam doesn't like that kind of stuff. So, but some other news. Let's see, what is all the stuff that Kira has missed for the last year, guys? Let me just make sure Kira is still here. So she's hearing this stuff. She is. You're waiting for the Steam servers? No, it's been kind of shifted forward. I think it used to be, the estimate used to be the summer. Now they're talking more about the fall. Some other changes are, for instance, the traders. You know how Kira, you know how you can have merchants selling like wares on your deed? Or I don't know like what the rules are. Does it have to be on deed or not? Actually, but anyhow, so before you could have, or like you've always been able to have merchants and traders, but before you were not allowed to have traders on Xanadu. I don't know the exact reason for that. But now they have changed the way traders work. So the difference between merchants and traders is that merchants sell things that you put in their inventory to be sold, whereas traders sell like game items that you could get at the starter towns, things like the magic chests, other deeds, and stuff like that. And now we're able to place those on Xanadu. And what they do is they've changed it so that if you have one on your deed, it will give you a discount from your deed upkeep cost. Now, of course, you have a very small deed, so you don't really have to worry about it. My deed, however, is so big that it's actually going to help me with my deed costs. I just need to place my merchant, my trader somewhere. I've got the deed already, I just haven't placed it yet. What other exciting new things have we got, guys, in the game that Kira probably hasn't seen? I don't know if Kira has seen the trees. Have you seen that yet, Kira? The trees in the far distance. You probably haven't, have you? They made this graphics update where you can see the trees in the far, far distance. I don't believe you've seen that one yet. What other things do we have, guys, that would be of interest for Kira coming back again to the game? Oh yes, the shield storage. We have the hitching post now, Kira, so you can have that kind of like wooden hitching post that you can tie your horse to. There's also the saddle rack. Planters for underground. Oh yes, that's a good one, Boom Shakala. The planters for underground farming, so you can now plant crops underground. You have to build these like wooden containers for the crops, and you can also plant mushrooms now underground in these containers as well. Oh yes, and then there's the loyalty program as well. That's right. So now if you pay for premium, you're going to start gathering loyalty points with which you can buy things with the loyalty from the loyalty store from your deed token. So for instance, I had a whole bunch of points from the long time I've played, and I got to buy myself a magic chest. And what the magic chest does, I bought a large one, and what it does is that items will not decay inside of it, so you can keep all your best tools and weapons inside and all the other things you don't want to take any decay. And that has been so nice. I honestly feel like I want to buy another one. It was such a good purchase. Old raging troll, oh my goodness. Let's get rid of some of these mobs here. I couldn't decor it. Velvet Sun says, Cat has a video proof of the fewing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's get the guards on this guy. On the old raging troll. I'm sure we've had a whole bunch of other stuff. I just can't remember now. You DC'd again, Dujans, the fourth time while on celebration. Oh no. Oh, this guy really wants to attack me, does he? Let me see if we can lure him down a bit. Or is he focused? He's probably focused on that guard, isn't he? Oh, and there's also, of course, Jackal. So there's a new type of server called Jackal Kira, which is like a temporary server where you have just a short time to like achieve some stuff and then it ends. And I can't remember the rules of it right now. Maybe somebody else can explain that, or else you can look it up on the forums. But I haven't visited it myself at all. But you need a special, like, I forget the name of the portal. You'll find it on some people's deeds. There's a special portal to actually enter Jackal if it's up and running. And Perry G is asking, what are you doing with the shovel, Malena? What do you mean? I think I do have my... I have my staff equipped, Perry G. And focus is good with trolls. And this is what I mean, guys. So Perry G says focus is a waste of time with trolls. This is what I mean, that like people seem to have such like differing opinions about this focus thing that I get so confused like what to do. So quite honestly, I think I'm just gonna do whatever feels best for me, and I'm not gonna listen too much to the focus advice anymore because there's so many opinions about it. So much debate about it. It's crazy. It seems like I can't even count how many streams I've had where people have had debates about focus. So Perry G says, trolls will unfocus you, so you're wasting your time focusing. And Kundakort says, that's the beauty of Wurm, you do whatever feels right for you. Let's see. Now, there's this little high bit over here, and... Oh. So, we're somewhere over here right now, and I don't think... It doesn't seem like there's any roads anymore leading to the high peak of it, but I almost kind of feel like I want to, like, climb it in a way. Because it's not too far off. Let's go and see what this does, actually. Oh, it's a dead end. Okay. And I need to go and get my stamina up. It's completely at 0 right now. It's because we're up on this steep hill. Oh, hold on. There's all this area over here that we can go along as well. And hello, Vergent. I'm not even going to focus on the... sorry, I'm not even going to comment on the focus conversation anymore. Oh, this is so annoying. Since we're up on this like hill here, we can't get our stamina back up. Let's go down here instead. I think we could get it right here, couldn't we? Oh, that's too steep. There's a random birchwood stool up here, guys. Should we grab it? Oh, it's planted. I was thinking we could grab that birchwood stool and just take it with us to the top of the mountain, just sit up on top of the mountain and admire the view. Okay, here we should get our stamina up for sure. And let's just eat and drink. And let's consider whether we want to climb all the way to the top of that mountain or not. We've got an aged goblin after us now. It's a good thing there's a guard tower here. No recipes. Good. Now. Oh, by the way, Kira, thank you again for those lovely chopsticks. I have used them so much. So Kira had all of these little Japanese thingamajigs that she brought with her from her trip back from Japan. And she was saying, Cats, you have to take something with you. And so I accepted these black chopsticks that were super, super stylish. And I've been using them actively, Kira. It is an awesome view, isn't it? Could you imagine, like, actually having a deed up here? Yes, let's climb this, guys. It's not too far up, is it? Let's grab our horsey and start drinking some... Oh, there's a wolf up there, but honestly speaking, I think... Let's see if we can get the guards after that wolf. Might be too far away. Oh, the guards are coming. And of course I should be able to take this down in a couple of like swipes as well, so it's not too bad. And let's get our booze out. Get prepared for climbing up. Let me just get my HP bar here close by so I can follow the stamina as well. Uh-oh, something's attacking us. It's a spider. See if the guards can get up here as well. I think it's too far away for the guards. They have to be... The monster has to be within 20 tiles, I believe, of the monster to see it to attack. Okay. Well, we're almost up there. Okay. Easy peasy. No problem getting up this mountain. Okay, look at that, guys. We got all the way up here. There's a sheep up here, all on its lonesome, and another spider attacking me. Good. Anything else up here? No. Just a seal and a couple of sheep. There's an old ram and also a female sheep. What was that called? A ewe? And let me just turn the UI off a bit. Look at the view from up here, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that view. Can you imagine living up here? Oh, you damn spiders. Always trying to like ruin my moment, aren't you? And I do see actually some cave... there's a cave bug as well. Good grief. Let's actually get rid of that cave bug first. That should be easier. Yeah, and I saw your post, Kira, so you had bought those toilet paper, the little toilet paper things as well. Who knew? Who knew that that would have been actually like, what would be a word? Ajankohtainen in like English, but, you know, a topic of conversation later on. Who knew at that point? Let's butcher this. Boom Shakala, her virtual liver must be toast by now. Yeah, this view is amazing, Du Jensen. It sure is. I wonder if we can see your guys' place from up here. So that over there has got to be this thing right here. That island. Let's just bury this guy as well. And then that mountain over there has got to be... So we're right now... Oh, I keep forgetting we're in Photoshop right now. So, we are right now up here, I believe. And we're looking southwards. And so this mountain, if we're facing... southwest. Is it this peak here? It must be this peak. I think it is. So did we run all along? Yes, we did. We ran all along the top of this mountain here. That's right. That's right. And so Du Jensen and Perry G, they live. So Perry G lives over there on the shoreline. So he had the rendered stone house that when we climbed up the little tower. And then Du Jensen is living so there's a bit of sand. Actually, Du Jensen is close to this bit of sand over here. And then what do we see over on this side? Can we see where I first started on Wurm? So I'm imagining, would that be Tap Dance, guys, over there? I think that's Tap Dance, isn't it? The starter village of Celebration. And then when I first started playing Wurm, so I've shown this before, but let's show it again. So I started on Tap Dance, which is over here, isn't it? And then I went all around this shoreline, and then all the way around, and then I built my first house right here. Right there. And so if that's Tap Dance, and here is this island over here, and if I went around... Oh, it must be over there. That's where it was. That's where I built my very first house, right there. That must be it right there, yes. It's crazy how you can see everything from up here. Somebody has a nice little island down there. So that has got to be this thing, I think. No, hold on. Yeah. There's like two islands, this one, and I'm assuming there's another island on this side. Somewhere. Can we actually run all the way to the end of this thing? Yeah, there's the other one right there. So there's these two islands, which are these two right here. Huh. This would be just a beautiful place to have a deed. You'd have this long strip of really thin land. Man, I almost feel like actually founding a deed up here, to be quite honest, but it would be a real pain in the butt to get up here, wouldn't it? It would be a major pain in the butt, but this is just like for anyone who doesn't mind going all the way back down to the shoreline. This is just a gorgeous place to have a deed, actually. You have this long strip of land with a beautiful 360 view, basically. Okay, my horse does not want to go along that land. So So I think what I'll do is we'll just go up here, and I'll leave my horse over here, and then we'll just walk over. Let's just check if there's a recipe on this guy. No recipe. And that is Tap Dance, confirms Kundakorit and Du Jensen. Hello, Angry Moose. Nice to see you. Cats Venture, episode 2056. Yes. But we have to be careful not to slide down, by the way. I do have climb as... Maybe I'll put climb on just to be on the safe side. So we go to the very tippy toe of this mountain here. Let me see what my... my stamina is just fine. Let's just go to the very tip here. Have it and gaze at the view. So there seems to be... Is that like an abandoned deed down there? Let's just use our spyglass. It doesn't look... I don't see anything that looks decaying. Maybe it is a deed that's being worked on, or they just didn't bother to put any rooftops, I guess. So that spot would be this thing down here, I guess. Right there. And then this mountain would then be this thing here. And then that one would be this. You can pretty much see the entire server here, guys. That mountaintop over there, I'm guessing, if that's Tap Dance, that mountaintop must be this one over here. You can literally see pretty much the entire server. Huh. Okay, let's get back up to safety quickly. So guys, I think this is going to be the moment where I'm going to wrap up the stream. And that's Madnath's place, says Du Jensen. What is Madnath's place? There's a deed just ahead of you. Did you mean the one that was down over here? Are you saying that this is Madnath's place, Du Jensen? No, Madnath's place, isn't that over here somewhere? Far ahead from me. I see. It's over here, isn't it? Between, like, over here somewhere. Mature champion scorpion. Oh no. We better use the focus this time, that's for sure. Wonder if I should plop down that tent quickly. Just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side. This looks like it might be kind of nasty. I might just die, guys. I might just die up here. I think I'm gonna die. Oof. Oh my god, that was a close one. Ugh. You see that, guys? I just had a little bit of health left, and the red was already starting to come on the edges here. Ugh. Nasty, nasty little scorpion. Decorate. Phew away from there, KatsPurr. We can't really phew away up here on the top of the mountain. And hello there, CD. You missed last week's stream, and you were visiting. Oh, I was visiting your deed at R22 last week. So let me just check. Let me just get myself healed up a bit first, and I'll check. So we were on Indie last week. We were on Independence over here, weren't we? I do believe we were here last week. So let's have a look at the map. Just get a few of these heals up in case something else attacks us. Oh no, a venerable troll! Oh my gosh. No! I don't have any stamina at all. Where the heck is that thing? I forgot to turn my, like, my climb off. And so I didn't get my stamina up at all. Guard. Oh gosh. Oh, we're doing pretty okay against it, actually. We're doing fine. We're doing just fine. Oh, Xanadu CD. 2 weeks ago. Okay, we'll have a look in a moment. Yeah, Kunde, I forgot all about that. Oh no! The red gradient of death. But I think we're gonna get this guy killed. Okay, let's really focus on getting ourselves healed up after this. Before I do anything else. Oof. Another close one. Oh my goodness. There's nothing worse than seeing that red color in Wurm on the outer edges of the screen. No, it wouldn't be a nice ending to the episode, Kunde. No. Cat's dying? Thanks, CD, yes. We just made it. Oh, CD, I remember that spot that you're talking about. So it was inspired by my horse market, was it? The sandstone one that was up against the mountain? Is that the one you're talking about? On the edge of the lake? I remember the one you're talking about. Yes, okay. Yeah, it looked awesome. It really looked awesome. Nice job with that CD. And we can just very quickly look at the VOD of that. I remember the spot that was in. So let's just quickly do that. I just grab that. Hold on. Let's just grab this one. So that would have been somewhere around here. Hold on. Somewhere around here. That was before that spot. Here, I think. Yes, this was the spot. So we came here and we admired this beautiful little spot here. And there was this beautiful entryway. And we were admiring this 2 weeks ago on Xanadu. And so CD, this is your place, is it? And I can't remember now, were the gates locked? Could we get in or not? I can't remember. Let's see. I'm sure I tried to get in. That was locked at least. And this, what about, did we try and get into the tunnel? We might have. And that was locked as well, that's right. But yeah, very nice little entrance there. Very, very fancy entrance that you had there for the for your place. And what a beautiful scenic spot that was. Very, very nice work. I love the banners that you have, the kingdom banners that you have there look very nice as well. Yeah, okay. So that was 2 weeks ago in Xanadu. Anyhow, guys, oh no, aged troll is attacking us. What is wrong with these guys? Just attacking me nonstop. Where the heck is this? Oh, there. Okay. Let's not drop down the mountain though. So I think as I kill this troll, this is the perfect spot to wrap up the stream. So that's your alt deed. Your main deed has you added with the full rights just for that purpose. Oh, CD, were you the one who was sending me that message in the forums about your other deed? I forget now what server that was on. So you're the same person? Yeah. So CD, something, and just for anyone else here to understand, is that when I do these Wurm Roulette Tuesdays, the goal is not to visit deeds. The goal is to just find the spot that is marked on the map, regardless of whether it's the top of a mountain, whether it's just in the middle of the sand, wherever the mark lands here. So today it landed on this spot. That is the goal of the Wurm Roulette. If there are any deeds that we happen to see along the way, I am happy to go and visit them. But visiting deeds is not the main purpose or focus of these Wurm Roulette streams. I just want to make that clear because I sometimes do get messages from people who are saying that, can you come and visit my deed next time? And I will try and remember that if the Wurm Roulette stream happens to take us to a close by area. So just wanted to make that clear because I don't want anyone to feel offended if I don't come and visit your deeds. Oh yeah, because it's on stone, we can't actually bury that there without a pickaxe. Well, I do have a pickaxe, but I can't be bothered now. So let's take the tent. And this guy we can bury though. And Bambalam, you feel sick in the tummy. Why is that? Is it because we're up so high on the mountain? Or are you feeling sick in your tummy like in real life? Oh no, Bambalam, take care of yourself. So yeah, guys, I think we're just gonna ride up to the top here, and this is the perfect spot to sign off. So thank you everyone so much for joining us on this adventure once again. And we will be here next week, as always, unless something comes up. But I do try to make this my first priority for Tuesdays. As usual, now with this corona stuff, everyone stay at home as much as you can. Be very careful out there. Stay healthy. And I hope you and your family and your friends and your close circle are all staying healthy and safe. Yeah, we shall chat again soon. And good luck, Kira, with your adventures and continuing your adventures in Wurm once again. I am so glad to hear all of your stuff was still there and your deed was still there. And no problem, Kundakorit. Thank you for being here. And stay home and feel offended, says NSA. Okay, guys, have a good night and talk to you very, very soon.